stages, and we're gonna bring you through the GRIN Esports versus Estar action that we have today. And here I am Malibu Jesus, and joined for the first time. This is the first time we've got to hang out together. Of the wonderful Waxon. Hello, sir. How are you?
I feel amazing. Thank you for having me. It's a pleasure to bless together the EPL World Series Season 10 for Americas alongside you, Malibu, especially with a matchup of two teams that, well, I've been following quite a bit of Estar backs myself up until this point, but it's my first time I get to see Green perform. Sadly, they're already no longer part of the tournament. If they're playing just for honor. They have no more chances of making to the playoffs.
Yeah, it's a bit of a downer. You always hate to see teams that are forced into this position, but you love to see teams that are trying to find their footing, fighting for every inch of ground that they can muster. And this is the last series for GRIN in
Yeah.
EPL Season 10 Americas, but I think if they have a good standing today, they if they get a 2-0, 2-1, or even if they lose a close like 2-1, I think that is going to help them in whatever their next endeavor is, whether it's a qualifier or another regional tournament. I think a good performance here is very important for GRIN.
I think realistically, they just need to show us something. They've been rather quiet this since this new iteration of their lineup. They have some great players like Mu
Yeah.
himself, part of the roster, and they haven't really showed us much. They had, I believe, one map victory versus one of the top teams in their group, but since then they've been very quiet. Fantasy Gaming in the end ended up winning that series, and Grin, like I said, hasn't showed us much since. But hopefully, this is the moment. The pressure is off their shoulders, right? They're not playing
Yeah.
with any other pressure. They have obviously playing on stream, but with the experience on their players, I don't think that should be a concern.
Yeah. Definitely players that are accustomed to pressure. Gets Nine also. I think Sneaky and Milky are probably their newest members to pro play. Starbucks lineup, man. Top of the class, top of Group A. They are firing on all cylinders, and they have locked their spot at the top of the
Yeah.
standings. They are 3-1, only dropping 2 maps the entire group stage, and they're gonna love that going into the seeding for the playoffs.
Yeah, and I've loved seeing Estar Backs perform. Like I said, I've had the pleasure of casting them quite a fair bit, and it's obviously the new star-studded lineup for Estar Backs. It's the true interested. It's Jim Parks, Darmago, you got Demon, Prada, and
Right.
Oscar, who has replaced Sacred, if I'm not wrong, which is an interesting change. But sometimes, you're with the same core for a long time, and just switching someone out is what you need to improve your performance for the future. And so far, Estar Backs is looking really, really good.
I think it was Sacred. Did he go to? Was it Boom recently?
Yeah, I think there's definitely been a big transfer. I'm gonna check that because I don't want. Yes, that is correct. Yes, he's currently playing for Boom, which obviously Boom has had quite a few great lineups over the last few years, but now they opted to go for the full South American Peruvian roster. So he's gonna be playing there alongside Pacaz.
Yeah, that's a strong team. But I mean, Oscar, no slouch himself. He's currently sitting at position 26 in the SA leaderboards. And
Wow.
yeah, joined. I mean, Dark Mago's 2, Parker's 3. They are they're up there, all of them. And this draft is starting to flesh out fully. We've got the Centaur and Bat Rider. Nice combination with a ton of burst damage coming out for Grin. Tiny, Crystal Maiden, and Gyro for Starbacks. Quite a bit of flexibility available with the Tiny, with the Gyro, though this Pugna,
Whoa.
yeah, okay.
A bit of spice, and it's going to be a Faceless Void. Great combination right now. This Pugna will just life drain the targets. Obviously, caught by the Chronosphere. If she does get the Shard, that's going to be AoE, so a bit more damage in the Chrono. I love seeing the Void making his way into the draft. A lot of the teams I've noticed in EPL Americas have stayed away from this hero, so GRIN Esports know what's strong. They're going to go for it. But yeah, I don't know about this Pugna. I love the hero. Alongside the Batrider and Centaur, maybe not the best pairing.
Yeah, I think maybe we see Pugna 4.
Yeah,
I mean, the
Batrider
Decrepify,
5.
yeah, the Decrepify is great. for the Centaur. Lets you catch up to the targets and just rip into them with your magic damage. 30% extra damage at level 1 on Decrep. So between that, Hoof Stomp and Double Edge, and even your Nether Blast, you're going to be like, this CM is food if she steps up in the lane to that combination. And the Doom, Mr. Moneybags himself. Nice counter pick for the Void. That ultimate off before Chronosphere is even a problem, and you stop the healing that's presented by the Pugna. Yeah. Good
I
late
think
game. Good
the
early game
Centaur
too.
Stampede is probably the best spell that GRIN Esports currently have, and I still find this Pugna pick quite odd when you see a tiny gyro already. They quite enjoy playing versus squishy heroes, and especially if this Pugna will be support. Yes, she does bring quite a bit of nuke, like you mentioned, but she's just gonna get blown out of the water. Especially if this gyro gets his shard, which is probably gonna be a priority. Tiny blink dagger. I want to see this Pugna work, but we'll have to wait and see as GRIN is banning the Templar Assassin, and GRIN does have overall last pick. So if they really find the proper counter to Estar Bax's final pick, they might turn this draft around for me personally.
Yeah, I would love to see. So before you even see a Starbucks pick here, they have a fair amount of reserve time remaining. Well,
Yeah.
for their mid laner, we have seen a Doom mid. I think it's fine to put in the off lane though, and if
Yeah.
you give yourself a different mid pick, maybe something that can, you've already got Tiny for the back line. Something like a Void Spirit could be nice. A Zeus could be a good like prevention pick as well.
Or Estar Bax?
Yeah, because I mean,
Oh, you're opting on
yeah,
this gyro
Zeus.
support. I don't think gyro support, not
Oh,
carry. Yeah,
yeah,
I wasn't expecting gyro to
and
be
okay,
carry.
there's the Zeus. So I was thinking, if they want to prevent more damage from going into that Chronosphere, steal Zeus, flex Gyro to a carry, run like Tiny 4, Tiny 5, and
Yeah.
balance it out there. But we do see GRIN pick up the Zeus and to pour some damage into that Chronosphere.
Yeah,
Last,
I'm not surprised. The Gym Park with the Morphling last pick, obviously countered. GRIN will respond with the Zeus. Um, I don't know how I feel about this Malibu. I think Estar Backs kind of got everything they wanted in this draft.
yeah, they have a ton of magic damage, ton of tempo, good amount of control, and scale through all parts of the game. That being said, Faceless Void, ultimate late game baddie. We've seen him turn around, I
Yeah,
think, at
true.
least 2 to 3 games where Void just got decimated early to mid game. And then Chronosphere happens and you lose. But if
So is
Jim.
that you taking GRIN Esports for this number one?
No, I'm gonna say a Starbucks probably have it, but I'm just saying that there are avenues for GRIN to find success here in game one also.
There's
Never
a
a
chance.
defeatist. And I'm a bit of a GRIN winner myself. A long-time guild member, played in the 82L under one of the GRIN banners also, so I gotta throw some
Wow.
love out there for my boys. But yeah, I think Starbacks have a very nice lineup, though the 3v3 available to the mid lane here. The Dark Mago, that's so strong, dude. Oh my god, CM Gyro Tiny for the mid lane rotations, and Pugna Bat, they kind of like do the same
They
thing.
don't want to do that.
Yeah. Yeah, the
Yeah.
Starbacks definitely have the better 3v3 here as we get into game one. Yep. So predictions are out. Who do you think has the best cosmetic, Waxen?
Ooh, that is a great shout. Let me just take another look at the roster of Estar Backs. Hmm.
The Doom guitar
Uh,
is pretty sick.
I like the Doom guitar, but I think I'm gonna have to go with this Void. It's the Arcana Void. I like it. And no, honestly, I think we've seen much better sets from other heroes that these two teams have played. So I'm not quite impressed by either of the 10 cosmetics. I'll be completely honest with you.
Dude, I am impressed by the artistry going on in the mini map. Look at the curvature on those lines. Damn.
Shall we just run through the heroes? I'll do Estar backs, and you can do
Okay.
Green if that's okay, Malibu.
Sure, of course.
We've got Dark Mago on the tiny mid, Jim Park on the position 1, Morphling, Oscar, the trustworthy offlaner, Doombringer, Prada on the position 5, Crystal Maiden, and last but not least, Demon on the Gyrocopter.
And out of the Starbacks there with those combinations, who do you feel has the strongest lane?
I reckon Oscar can work pretty well with either Prada or Demon if they want to be throwing something spicy in the works. But I think Doom plus Gyro is going to be quite a problem for this Faceless Void, because you mentioned there's no strong lock. Well, there's no stun on either of the supports until this Batrider gets his level 6. So I think they're going to be pretty much abused in the lane because of the lack of that.
I agree. And as for GRIN Esports, got none other than Moo, or the Centaur Warrunner in the offlane, joined by Sneaky on the Pugna. Centaur Pugna combo, as predicted in the draft, kind of magical damage pouring out. You got a nice little stun from the Centaur. So, you know, if the CM steps up a little too far, could be food. In the safe lane, we've got the Milky on the Faceless Void and 9 on the Batrider. Decent lane combination, a lot of damage over time if you get the time dilation early on. Against the Gyro Doom, they're going to have a lot of unused spells with cooldown timers, so probably going to see that investment made. And the high armor of the Gyrocopter, you're probably not going to want to bash them too much. Expect like a 1-1-1 build, and then be a couple levels in W. And then, mid laner, got Kits on the Zeus. And this hero is just so strong in its current iteration. Magical, physical, damage hybrid, innate mobility in Heavenly Jump. I mean, if it was anybody else other than Dark Mago, I would say that they might be in trouble.
I think this might still be. Dark Mago might just have a very tough lane because not only is Zeus's range compared to a Tiny, and of course Tiny is very beefy and has great potential of last hitting with the use of the tree grab, but overall, I have to agree with you. I think this is actually going to be the lane that I'm most excited for on the side of GRIN Esports. We need kids to have a hell of a good game to help what I assume are not going to be the strongest side lanes, but I'm always willing to be proven wrong. So hopefully GRIN will have something to show us, unlike what they have for the rest of the tournament thus far.
Yeah, and you know, if GRIN are able to survive the laning stage intact, they do have some answers for this Morphling. You know, you're gonna have the Lasso, you're gonna have the Chronosphere, you're gonna have the Phylactery on Zeus, and I mean, if you catch Morphling Agimorphed with a Phylactery Zeus, your Lightning Bolt does like 500 damage. So
yeah, although it's gotta be danger. I was just wondering, shall we have like a little friendly prediction? Is Jim Park ever going to get caught fully agid and ulted by the Zeus and killed?
One time, and that will be enough for him to learn. And we see the smoke broke from Demon. The Observer Ward gonna give a little extra vision there. And GRIN on the offensive here. 5 heroes in the biangle looking. Gonna settle on no one. Moo in the middle of it, but Nine's taking a ton of damage. Blood Grenade will fly. Oscar ticking down, but Moo now on the outskirts. Will anybody die, or is this the battle of the Metapods? The massive 4-man avalanche. Milky getting kind of low. Already took a point in time dilation, so he is in. Gonna have to waddle his way out to safety. Dark Mago looking for 9. The flame break, scattering 5 heroes in a pentagram, and Sneaky gets the first blood.
What was Prada doing there? Just give away his life. That was a great turnaround from Estar backs, but in the end...
Dude, okay, the biggest win? Yeah, GRIN get first blood. Morphling, 10 wand charges already.
Massive dub. And we have the pause now. I don't think it's tactical pause. It's more... I'm pretty sure there's something technical happening. We've got a beautiful smiley face right now on the map as well. But I really got to question Prada's attempt right there to, I guess, not re-engage, but just reposition himself in the end, giving his life away for free. And that's going to be a lot of consumables being spent. And even the walk to base from 2 of the heroes.
Yes.
3 even with the gyro.
12 seconds before the horn starts. This could impact Could impact the mid lane heavily, not getting a creep block out. Might expect to see him TP to the tower. And move. Gonna get the hoof stomp onto Gym Park and get the bounty room. So not only do GRIN get first blood, they get 3 bounties. Amazing turn of events for GRIN Esports, and only if it had happened earlier in the season for them. You know?
Well, yeah, we've been saying we want to see something more from them, and this is a great start. And they needed this start, in all honesty, especially as this Faceless Void lane is the one I'm really afraid of for them. Demon already, Flak Cannon will start right-clicking away. Time Dilation, first point skilled up because they wanted to get that first blood, so we will not have the Time Walk to offset the damage early on.
Oh my god. And there you go. When baiting goes wrong. Gym Park, 12 charges on the magic wand, so I said one time, and we said the Zeus catching him out, so does that count, Waxen?
No, it doesn't. But still, getting blasted from the fog by a Nether Blast level 1.
You know,
a rare mistake from Gym Park.
I mean, who would I'd be lying if I said that it hasn't happened to me, you know. Nothing but sympathy there for Jim as he gets back to lane.
Of course, Malibu, a fellow 14k MMR player.
yeah. Totally on that 14k threshold. Not unranked by any means, and Morphling going all the way back down. Still has a 14 charge wand. Another ward out from Sneaky, looking to complicate things here. Top lane for them. And hard camp is blocked. Sneaky looking to not unblock it just yet, though he has the sentry available.
Yeah. I was about to say, the nether word I used so early in lane, it kind of offsets and forces Prada to scale Arcane Aura quite early, despite having 4 mangoes. I think Prada might just consider it a level 3, because this nether word, it's draining a bit of your mana, and if you're a Crystal Maiden, you want to be continuously nuking and securing that range creep. But Gym Park says, no, I'll do it myself with an Adaptive Strike.
Yeah, I like that early tech choice there, but Sneaky, you're gonna have to defend that nether word if you want to keep it down, my friend. Okay, going for the deny. That's a long cooldown for the laning phase, and I might see his Starbacks get a little more aggressive, a little more pokey here in the top lane. Still have 4 mangoes for the CM, and Gym Park playing with fire as he goes down. Agi shifted all the way back up. 21 charges, so the hook is baited, my friend. Let's see if GRIN take it.
This Pugna needs to fly some more tangos, and I think the courier's coming in right now. Yeah, a tango, a full one, and a self coming for the Pugna. And minute 3, let's see who's gonna get the Lotus. The stun is gonna come in from Moo.
It interrupts the channel, and they get the Lotus onto Moo. Great turn of events for GRIN here in this top lane, and so close to his Helm of Iron Will. Oh, Pugna though. Where'd that salve go, my friend? It's still walking out. Oh god. Okay, so that's nice. You get a Starbacks to use a lot of their mana there. No more mangoes on CM's body. Got some in the stash, and they'll come out eventually. So GRIN, I think they have the green light to go on this CM. Probably not the morph with the 21 charge, but Prada gotta be careful here as they get.
It's gonna single sentry. It's got a single sentry. This Crystal Maiden is absolutely depressed. And like I said, level 3 Arcane Aura, felt like she needed it, and now will most probably be forced to walk back to base as we have an initiation on the morph, but he's gonna be fine, like you said.
Prada forced to, we'll get the sentry to block that camp again after Sneaky blocks it.
Wow.
But we'll pay for it with her life. The 200, how much movement speed? 200 some movement speed, 280 move speed hero. Not going to be able to get away from that blast.
This is a 3-0 Pugna, minute 4.
Hell yeah. Pugna is the true 3, right?
His boots flying in already. But I gotta talk a bit about the mid lane, because we were saying how this Zeus might not just dominate mid, but have a slight lead in the matchup versus a Tiny, and this is definitely not the case, as Dark Mago already has the last hit lead and a creep wave and a half under the tower. Dark Mago's having the time of his life on this Tiny.
Yeah, really the saving grace for Zeus in levels had been the first blood, and 9 gonna get bloodied himself. though he will survive. The Grin Grin safe lane split up, so, you know, Milky not able to come back for that low HP demon. Oh no, no.
He's getting both. I think he's getting both kills.
Oh my god, the double kill coming out for Demon there. Such skill, such power. Even gets hit by that. Jim Park dying once again. Mr. 14K. Maybe that's his connection speed, right?
Both position fours are having the time of their life. Sneaky, obviously, with his 4th kill, and we just saw Demon using that beautiful observer ward down bottom on the cliff to get the kills onto Void and Bat right there. And this is what I was saying: Bat, Void, a lane that gets very punished. And speaking of punish, okay, Sneaky's just gonna deny himself. Yeah.
Smart.
Efficient.
Efficiency. You do not get an extra TP. But, you know, he hasn't died yet, so he will have his very first TP.
In bottom, Oscar is feeling so confident on the Doombringer, has skipped boots, and has a veil completed. No boots.
Just knowing that he has the potential to output so much damage. And this Cloak Aura from the Centaur is going to help buff him up a little stronger, so any trades that come out likely going to be in his favor. And, I mean, of course, you know, you have the Gyrocopter for just is fury in a flying machine. Got the rocket barrage, got the homing missile level 1, now it's gotten level 4. And in all honesty here, Kit's going for this shield rune in the bottom river. Level 6. 3 wand charges on Demon. Probably gonna use, if you use Heavenly Jump, get this shield rune, I think you die.
I think he doesn't. I think movement speed wise, he's got the advantage, and I think he's gonna get it in time. I also think Demon could actually just blow up if Kids wants to commit.
Yeah, the attack animation is too fast.
I see.
Okay, nice. But Dark
Self block
with the toss here. Yeah. Good toss on the Demon, gets the rocket barrage out, but the Lotus use from Sneaky gonna give him a bit of a turnaround here, and the ultimate coming out from Kids. Thunder God's Wrath has arrived, and Dark Mago. Do you have the gall to get out of this one? No,
I don't think he does.
Oh, no points. Okay, Decrepify coming out, gonna slow him down a little bit.
No mana.
Yeah, gonna have enough for a Heavenly Jump here, but if you get in with that, you will not get out as the TP comes from Prada. 9, also rotating, and the toss not gonna be enough to save you. Demon getting low, Firefly burning him down, and in the meantime, Zeus will die to Prada. Prada having a bit of a rough game up to this point. Will love to get that solo experience and gold on the enemy mid laner. But what is this? Oh, it's 7 minutes. All of your supports came mid. 9 en route, and will claim the Wisdom Rune and move.
That is the biggest win. Getting both XP runes on the back of that skirmish, despite trading your mid laners. As a support myself, getting both minute 7 Wisdom runes is what makes and breaks the opponent's support's game. So that's going to be very tragic for the Crystal Maiden and the Gyrocopter. Meanwhile, down bottom, lots of burst damage.
Might contribute to the breaking of his own game. Demon quite low, gets pushed back by the Flame Break, and the magic damage is just far too much. Wow, combined with the Stampede, able to get out of the tower range and just finish off their coup de grace. But we do see a smoke on the 2 heroes from a Starbacks. They're looking at move. These are the moves that you have to make when you have a loss on the other side of the map. You know the numbers are going to be lesser. Going to punish that individual, but Starbacks thinking better of going on to Moo. It looks like they're shifting back towards the mid lane here. The power rune's coming up, and they get lucky on the 50-50. Dark Mago bottling the Arcane Rune. Powerful. And I think more importantly, you just deny it from the Zeus, you know?
Yeah. Meanwhile, Moo is stopping the network chart, by the way, just free farming on this Centaur. Morphling can't do anything to him. 4,000 net worth already in the bank. I believe he's got something flying in on the courier, because he's definitely need to. Where's his net worth if he doesn't have something?
Phase boots, helm, pretty expensive there, like 1,400 gold. Wand. I think he is gonna get his blink first before he gets his veil.
Okay, that makes sense.
Yeah.
I mean, they're running away with the game already, so getting your blink dagger to keep accelerating this farm and getting more pickoffs is gonna be looking like a game plan to go for.
Yeah, Prada takes the twin gate, but she may have taken the gate to her own death as the Firefly will contribute a hefty amount of damage, but ultimately Kits will finish her off with the Thunder God's Wrath.
It's the kill secure. Of course, she was escaping.
She's the fastest hero alive. What do you mean? I mean, she's upgraded from a single sentry to a nice pair of brown boots.
Yeah, Crystal Maid is definitely not having a game thus far. 800 net worth.
I mean, she's level 5, almost 5.5, so that's not awful, right? And Jim Park, on the wrong end of the beating stick. And now, as his allies in numbers, Dark Mago with the toss back after the avalanche. And the Faceless Void takes the gate, comes top, gets a Chronosphere onto 2. But GRIN, they're splitting their damage. Dark Mago will die first. Kits has arrived, has the Heavenly Jump, and the lasso coming out onto Gyrocopter. Seeing those early levels pay off, and Doom from Oscar onto Milky. Faceless Void not going to be able to heal up or time walk, reverse that damage.
He'll be fine.
Now the Decrepify with the life drain. Oscar trying to get back to the embrace of his allies. Will find solace in the woods as the Starbacks claim 2 kills off the back of the Demon Jim Park. Prada got that one with credit where it's due. GRIN, I mean, got a little greedy there, my friends.
Absolutely. Your Faceless Void was 100% safe. You tried to zone out the Doom and you managed to do so, but then you smell blood in the water. In the end, it was a trap and you paid for it. We were very close on narrow and getting 2 other kills, but in the end, you still lost your Centaur, who was and still is actually top of the network chart. So that's going to be feeling very fine for Estar backs. As Dark Mago has queued up a Blink Dagger. We'll probably get it in about 4 or 5 minutes.
Not too far away from it. And 12-minute runes coming up, so he's probably going to have an opportunity to get a kill there.
Up top, Jim Park? Okay, no, he's a Morphling. He's not going to die.
This time.
Yeah,
I feel like
he's currently got 2 deaths, so yeah.
And Starback's collapsing onto Moo, hoping this is coming out. Stampede used, but he is frostbitten in his place. Feet unable to move. Moo trying to get out, and Jim Park getting a little bit of return damage here, and the Decrepify coming out onto Centaur, gonna save him a little bit. Can he get the life drain off? He will start it, and the Thunder God's Wrath claims 2! Kits has arrived and gotten a triple kill. Enemy mid laner, Dark Mago will fall. Jim Park forced to TP out. Does he go back to base, or does he go across? No, he goes to the mid lane, looking to get some more free farm, knowing that not everybody's in the neighborhood, but my friend, I have news for you. 9 is, and he's gonna miss his flame break. As Jim Park almost full of health here. Gives us a big wand.
I got a question, Malibu. Why did they focus the Centaur? Like, the Pugna was literally, like, there. Up top. Like, you could have just killed the Pugna first.
I think maybe that was off the back of Demon's call. Like, he's like, guys, I'm level 6. I've got a ton of damage. I've got Call Down, level 3 Rocket Barrage. And it's just overconfidence. Yeah, overconfidence and maybe not accounting for the fact that Centaur has his cloak. So there's an extra 20% magic resistance from the mostly magic damage of Starback's lineup at this point. So Morphling comes online. And it's like bottom tower pressured for GRIN. Oscar in the neighborhood. Got his Veil. Got his ultimate. Dude, Doom ready to cook. You ever feel like you have the observer's curse, where as soon as you like move the camera, where action's gonna happen, both teams just kind of back off?
Yeah, of course.
Good. I'm glad it's not just me. And
this happens all the time, my friend. It's part of what makes Dota 2 observing great. Oscar's almost getting his hands on his Blink Dagger, not too far from that one as well. The 2 points in Devour looking very, very good, and the Zeus, as you're pointing out, has his Phylactery in mid lane. This is a top farmed hero on the server. He's also getting his Diadem already, building towards his Manta style.
Oh man, Lightning Hands almost online. Yeah, extra 6 stats. Yeah, 6 all attributes from the Diadem. Quite a boon to Zun's presence here. Good attack damage, good HP gain, and that Diadem beef him up a little more.
This is one of the quieter games I believe I've ever seen from Dark Mog. Well, not ever, but I guess this current patch, he's only 500 gold ahead of the Pugna position 4 on the Radiant side. Has yet to get the Blink Dagger and they're getting jumped on.
And the Stampede will pave the way forward for GRIN as they kill Gyrocopter right off the rip. And Dark Mago doing his best to get out, but those dancing shoes were untied apparently. Moo gets doomed and will fall to Oscar as Oscar continues walking forward, but he's unable to stop the onslaught of kids. Maybe Jim Park will have something to say as he waveforms through the Chronosphere, but Oscar not... the metal is not strong enough to withstand that damage. Kids with a triple kill, sitting at level 11, almost got enough farm from that for your Yasha. And you know, I expected Dark Mago to be a little more patient until he had his Blink Dagger, but he purchased it in death. And now...
Well, saying he wasn't patient, they were the ones that got initiated. But yeah, right now the Pugna has overtaken him in net worth. This is absolutely insane. This Pugna sneaky has a Glimmer Cape building towards what could either be an Aetherlens or a Yule Scepter because of the Wind Lace. This is a 6-1 and 9 assist Pugna. Has been involved in 15 out of 17 kills. And finally, the Blink Dagger for the Tiny will try to get a pick off. You want the Void, but I think it's going to be the Bat.
Bat Rider with the Lasso is a very good target. You know, if you catch him post Lasso, it's kind of like whatever. But getting 9 off the map, you could smoke again if you have it. You used essentially no big spells. They're looking to punch even deeper into the GRIN jungle. Milky under threat here. Will anticipate it. The Blink not paying off from Dark Mago.
Wall hack.
Jim
Park, no!
Oh, Jimmy! Damn it, Jim, you're dead. And you know, did not get killed by the Zeus, so our bet is still on the table, still alive. And Zeus does have that Yasha almost finished. What? Okay.
This is kind of tragic, the start from Estar backs, and we were talking about this in the pregame, I believe even before we went live, Malibu. You were asking, is Estar backs gonna come in guns blazing, or are they gonna be slightly more sloppy? And yes, GRIN is playing very well, but I also feel like Estar backs are kind of doing some missteps that we haven't seen from them in this season.
Yeah, I think the biggest misstep was probably committing on Moo in the top lane that we saw. I think that cracked the game wide open for GRIN. And Chronosphere only cooldown for another 20 seconds. Prada in the neighborhood. The Doom coming out from Oscar. Faceless Void, silence, unable to get out of anything. And Freezing Field will put him into the ground. Oscar claiming the kill. Give him healthy network fusion as this Gyrocopter is anything but. Does have the shard, so a fair amount of return damage on the rocket with the barrage attached to it. And now Moo on the prowl, looking to avenge his fallen comrade. Oh, has Sneaky. The 8, 1, and 9 Pugna at his back. Will Moo engage, or was he content just to farm here? I think he's just gonna farm, has a safety bubble, giving him a little bit of extra health barrier. And then regen.
And the Eternal Shroud. Which I don't necessarily think should have been completed. I feel like the Blink might have actually been the first better choice, but Moo feels like he's, felt like he was squishy. That's why he wanted to go fully for this. Down bottom, I think this Void will be fine. Realized, okay, that's where I almost died, or like a minute and a half ago. I'm just gonna rotate away, and that's the correct choice.
Yeah, no one's on map except this this Gyrocopter mid. I'm kind of scared. I would like to see perhaps like a raindrop picked up on the Void. It could give him a little extra insurance against the gank potential. And Crystal Maiden, no amount of insurance is going to save you from this one, my friend. I think your deductible just went up. Prada gonna fall to Milky, getting the last hit kill with that basher.
Was that a smoke? Because I don't think it was. I think they just walked, and there's an observer ward just in the Radiant jungle that from the Dire that could have spotted that. No, from the left. Yeah, there's 2 observers, even one to the left.
The neighbors, all of this one too, yeah.
Yeah, they should have like Prada has no excuse for dying there. That was not a smoke. It was just a simple rotate from 4 players of GRIN Esports. And yes, I guess you're the Crystal Maiden tanking the gank, not your cores, making more space for the Tiny and the Morphling. But still, Unfortunate death there.
Yeah, I don't know if the Starbacks just felt like they needed more time, and that giving the CM up as an offering is a way to purchase that time. But I think ultimately, probably an unnecessary sacrifice. It does take some resources. You know, Zeus expends a decent amount of mana there. Firefly's on cooldown, so it stops the bat from farming. But I mean, he's got his Blink Dagger. I don't think he cares about anything. Dark Mago here. Ooh, under. Move? No Blink Dagger, not able to lead the assault
It's just
just yet.
chilling.
Yeah, they're just exchanging pleasantries at this point, then passing. And in the top lane, we got a little more than pleasantries as Zeus says, oh my god, get me out. The homing missile closing the gap. Gonna take a ton of damage from the rocket barrage attached. Will he die? Oh my god, the fight is so split. Sneaky gets the kill onto Oscar, and Kits has survived.
Oscar was really confident with that dive. I wanted to take that, though. It was used his life away. In the end, it will not manage to do so. As we have Dark Mago pursued in mid, we have 9. No more lasso, but Moo is up close and personal. Shield Rune being popped, and oh, Blink Dagger disengaged. Beautiful from
Shield
the
rune.
tiny player.
Oh, the shield rune canceling the actual damage on the hero, so it
Yeah.
doesn't put his blink on cooldown.
They want to re-engage. Demon is here, and we've got a TP coming back in from the Crystal Maiden. But look at Sneaky. Sneaky indeed with the... Oh my goodness, gonna blow up. But no, Dark Mago with the wrap around again.
Throws him back, but Faceless Void is arriving, and they do have Chronosphere, and they'll get it on to 1 and 2, eventually TPing in. Now, Gym Park under the ire of the... Oh, Grin, he goes in with the time walk. Gets
Oscar as well.
Time dilation on, and 2 down for Grin. It's 2 down for the Starbacks. Got no Chronosphere. Do you keep pressing on? And the answer is yes. But they won't be able to find anybody.
Okay, 2 for 2. Not a bad trade, despite a lot of big spells being used. But that was the Pugna that was on a huge killing spree, and that was 1,200 gold only on the back of the Pugna kill, who
Oh
Sneaky
my
was
god.
going in close, but still 9, 2, and 12 on a Pugna position 4. I love to see this. Like I said, I want this Pugna to shine so I can run it in my pubs later today.
Yeah.
Uh,
Yeah.
but
And you know, this is
yeah.
with the Skywrath Arcana, it's a good time to
Mm-hmm.
play Pugna. Pugna stocks are up, Nyx stocks are up. Use those little insider secrets that you got here from EPL Dota _ Ian1. And no accent secrets. It's no secret that our sponsor, Cyberscore, is one of the best locations to get data on these matches. You know, they provide deep analyses of teams, of tournaments, of records, hero picks, kills, and odds. So, I mean, I use them checking out players, scouting for some casts, and I recommend that you do the same, my friend. Give them a look if you haven't already. Cyberscore, cyberscore.live. All right, Waxon, what is the what's the order of execution here for Grin now that they don't have Chronosphere? Are they mode chill, mode cozy, or are we gonna see if Starbacks get on the aggressive?
I reckon Green. Well, I think that's exactly what you said. So Green will have to chill because this Faceless Void is disgustingly underfarmed currently. He's got a Maelstrom. He went for it. He didn't go for any funky builds. We sometimes see Voids going for a BKB first, and that's why their farm is halted. But Milky has had his Maelstrom for about 7 minutes, I believe, or so, and he's currently bottom of the network chart when it comes to cores. Moo is not taking any of his farm away. Moo is, we've seen him just chilling in mid lane, trying to make as much space for him as possible. And yes, granted, Kits is the top of the network chart, but you really need your Void to get up there. Maybe not the first top 3, but we need to see more from him because that Chronosphere was perfect. Gym Park TP'd in it. He wasn't fully strengthened, and in normal situations, they could have killed him there, but there was no damage coming in from this Void. So I think you need to chill, and if you're Estar backs, you wait for your Tiny, you smoke up, and you go again, despite the Doom being in cooldown.
Alright, I think that's a great game plan for Grin. If only they could hear us. Let's see what the boys are able to come up with on their own. You do have the Mensch style shard on Zeus, so these lightning hands are gonna be quite potent if you can coordinate it with the usage of Chronosphere.
Gotta say, Dota Plus really believes in this Zeus
Damn.
core 75% win rate probability. Granted that their XP is also through the roof. If you take a quick look at that, they are completely out leveling the sides of Estar backs, who are playing from behind, but they do have the lineup that allows them to do that. The Doom will come back in. You've got nuking supports that can deal lots of damage in team fights in the CM and the Gyrocopter, and like I said, they know what to do. Oh,
Moo
they're
leading the
getting
charge with
jumped
the
on!
Blink Dagger. He gets the Centaur hoof stop, and Gyro dies, and now the lasso pulling Crystal Maiden back. Prada looking for a new bag as they are put into a coffin. Oscar gonna be next to follow suit. Firefly and the Milky just taking him down. Oh, Dark Mago, I don't think you got out of this one, my friend. You might have a play here with the disjoint coming out from the illusion rune. Get a nice avalanche onto 2, buying some time, but this lightning bolt strikes twice, my friend. 4 for 0 coming out against the Starbacks, and all of that was without Chronosphere. Moo Blink Dagger OP, apparently. They have, yeah, okay, they have this ward here to play around. I was like, there's no way Moo makes that level of aggression without vision somewhere.
It's the advantage that Zeus brings to the table. Zeus can deward easily and help his supports. And obviously you don't have the same luxury for Estar backs. Look at Sneaky. Level 13 on the support Pugna versus a level 15 position 1 Morphling. Jim Park has his Manta, and we've seen Jim Park carry his teams from time to time, but this match, he doesn't look like he's in position to do so. He's the top net worth farmer for Estar backs, but you need someone to set up for you.
Yeah, he's gonna hit quite a nice power spike once he gets that Conda finished. There are a couple low HP heroes on Grin that fall victim to it. Pugna right now, 1100 HP, 1500 HP on the Bat Rider. But if you're able to coordinate the Conda usage with your Tiny, it's gonna be good. But I'll tell you what, Oscar not looking too good here in the mid lane. New pause 3 of the Starbacks, hoping to get a nice practice round in with his new team, but instead, like he's getting knocked out in round 2.
I gotta ask you, Malibu. Assuming GRIN Esports continues on this path for the foreseeable 5 to 10 minutes and they win this map number 1, who are you giving the MVP to? Is it gonna be Moo or Sneaky? Because it has to be one of them two, right?
Yeah, man. I think the Sneaky's been doing a lot in the lane, but he hasn't been doing so much around the map. I mean, yeah, it's tough to do that as a Pugna. Your presence is nice. You had a couple nice life drains saving Moo, but I find that Moo is more heavily weighted in his role. You know, he's demanding attention from Estar backs. He tried, I mean, he's called 2 ganks to him and gotten out successfully on multiple times, and now with the Blink Dagger, he's going to be able to lead the charge as we saw him take that engagement on the bottom lane. So I think Moo, if GRIN continue to support him, he's going to be the one. And Jim Park might be the one to size up for a funeral. He's dead, and the homing missile will find its mark on the Centaur, but not before Demon dies out of the map, and his TP will be on cooldown after he reses. Prada gonna be the 3rd to fall for his Starbacks as Milky comes through with the mace. And oh, Dark Mago doing his best rat impression. I can hear the squeaks from here.
I don't think he is. I think he's just farming Ancients. He didn't even kill the creep wave. He's afraid of showing himself to the lane.
Yeah.
He knows he can be blown up. He knows the lasso isn't even used. So if 9 would TP back, he could just get grabbed. But now the Roshan up top is going to be going minute 25 in favor of Estar backs. And I love teams getting the first Roshan when it's nighttime, either 15 to 20 or 25 to 30, because that means the second and third Roshans, if it's needed, you will get that cheese that obviously most teams have been favoring over the banner.
Yeah. He's, in my experience, has been a little more impactful than the banner, especially when you don't have to worry about a Chronosphere. So if you get Doom on the right target, and it's the one with the cheese and not the Aegis, you can kind of nullify the port. You don't always have that tool at your fingertips, but, you know, Starbacks have the Dune, so be in their toolkit.
Malibu, we talked about, you mentioned the power spike that Jim Park would have on the Kanda. He feels under pressure, and he's been under pressure to deter from the can that purchased the Mithril Hammer to get his BKB. Also, similar position for Dark Mago, who has his first blacking bar of 9 seconds flying in right now, but the Radiant is knocking at their top tier 3 door.
They sure are, and I do not know if anybody is home. I mean, Oscar, he shows up and looks out the peephole, but this fortification is going to be enough to get one wave off of the barracks and towers. Next wave arriving, and GRIN have chosen other options. Not looking to push the issue here, as we see all of the Starbacks here in their base, ready to Gym Park. Dark Mago BKB.
Getting out to the back.
Could be nice here. Taking a fight outside of your base, not a bad
Milky
option.
also has a BKB.
And the blink stomp onto Moo, gonna prevent any counter initiation and Stampede from coming out. You could use the Shiva's Guard though, and the Chronosphere onto 3, bashing through the Gyrocopter Demon. Still healthy, the Glimmer Kick coming out, sneaky, draining Oscar. Gyro down, Morphling down, Prada soon to follow. And who's next? Is it Oscar or Dark Mago? Dark Mago holding on to the last hope, and it will be a rampage for Kits. I told you, Flax and Zeus is too damn strong, man.
Zeus is here.
The Zeus is loose.
As we had Gym Park just blowing up, he was trying to focus and secure the kill onto Moo, allowing Kids to deal so much damage, over 5,000 in that team fight, even the Faceless Void with 4,000 of his own. And I think we might just be looking at a game here. We got another 15 seconds until they get them back, but there's no BKBs, there's no Doom, there's nothing that you can do to fight in when you respawn.
No, you're losing one lane for certain, though the saving grace for Starbacks, they do have a tier 1 and a tier 2 up on the bottom side of the map, so GRIN not able to hit high ground on the south side of the map, and they will choose to back out, knowing how dangerous things can be. But the TP's coming from a Starbacks. They did not claim the outpost on the side of GRIN, so a Starbacks have an avenue back in. We get the toss back on to Faceless Void. Void getting pounded by this Oscar Doom. Another dive.
Why that from the Batrider?
And yeah, Batrider looking to seal the deal here. Nimbus coming out from Zeus, and Dark Mago cannot get out of the exchange here. Homing missile onto Faceless Void will get stunned up, preventing catch for only a moment. Prada gonna die. Gyro gonna die. And depressed. Milky is maybe they have something to smile about now. Is Gym Park found out by Moo? Can he get to the Wisdom Rune first? This is the true test, the true victory. And Moo wins the contest. Oh no, the Watcher, that animation. Oh my god, it's not enough. Gym Park gonna fall. Kids is just owning this match, and Prada gonna release the Wolves of Ice Rack, but those Wolves are looking maybe more just like some pups.
That was a dieback as well. Prada tried to TP to help the Morphling to get out of that team fight. And we did have the 9-second BKB on Gym Park, opted to not use it as he would have died anyway to the right clicks, and we'll have it for the final team
Oscar
fight.
TP's in, gets the stomp onto 2. Oscar gets the Doom off out of the Faceless Void, and the BKB coming out from Dark Mago. He's pounding away with that big caliber. Can he get the Void? Void will expire, but it's 2 dead. Again, 3 dead. Oh, you don't have your Morphling to pump out any damage, but the Starback's taking a fight away from their base, delaying perhaps the inevitable. Losing your Void and on GRIN, but you lose your whole team on the Starbacks, those that weren't dead already.
That was the last hurrah type attempt. It might not be the last hurrah because
That was their second last hurrah. We saw it there, too.
Yeah, the respawn timers are very, very short, so I think we might just see the first last hurrah. And despite trading a 3-for-1, they still got 1,000 gold for that exchange, as Starbacks did.
Oh my god, man.
Down 26,000 gold, minute to 31, 43 to 13, and unless we're gonna see some types of dives where we see tosses in the fountain, I find it very hard to believe that GRIN can lose this map number 1.
Yeah, it is their game to throw at this point, but damn it, Waxen, you know I've seen a throw in my time, and oh, I can smell it in the air, my friend. The Starbacks
Whoa.
they're hungry for a win, you know. And this team, man, these players, they loaded in. They got their comfort picks. They got a nice little cozy draft where they were feeling warm and fuzzy, and GRIN smacked them out of that dream, and they are startled awake. It's like throwing a bucket of water on your friend when they're a little too hungover on your couch, you know. And the Starbacks, I think they are they're starting to
Speaking
fire.
from experience.
Ah, you know, I've been the water thrower myself. You know, you get breakfast for your buddy afterwards, but you gotta mess with him a little bit, right?
We now see Moo just clicking the tier 3 away with his team behind him. Okay, he will actually be joined by his teammate. Look at Jim Park farming in the Radiant Triangle. Doesn't want to have any part of this. Wants to complete that conda before engaging, but we're jumping in.
Out onto Faceless Void. We'll get the BKB used, so reducing a little bit of that damage, preventing any more debuffs coming out. But Moo gets tossed back, and the hoof stomp not going to land onto anybody. Dark Mago, his hands are rated E for everyone. And he throws that Centaur back to his team. Okay, so Oscar...
This is the danger. Yeah.
Dude, Oscar's doing it, man. He is isolating this Void every time Doom is up. And
It's also the danger and the risk that you have with your GRIN Esports or whoever jumping lasso. Gonna be Dark Mago repositioned. I think it's just gonna be dead. Oh my goodness. Not expecting the Radiant side to still play in the triangle. I was about to say, this is the risk of GRIN Esports. They don't have tower killers. But if your Tiny's dead for a full minute, I think you might just go and try to get more objectives.
oh, my friend, you say we don't have tower killers? We got a 13, 2, and 21 Pugna at the ready.
True.
He's gonna, you know, call upon the Nether, get another blast, and kill this tier 3 tower. Zeus Illusion putting a little bit of damage onto the range barracks, and a scouting Thunder God's Wrath, maybe looking to prevent an aggressive blink from this Oscar. Does not have Doom ready, but you know, he's made that Centaur hoof stomp, the War Stomp rather, work. He's gotten so many like 2 hero stomps at this point. This guy is just, he's cooking. Range racks will fall, and the Blink Lasso coming out onto Oscar with the life drain, putting down a fair amount of damage, and Kids looking to finish the deal here. Though the Glimmer Cape gonna save him a little bit with Milky. Looking to go in onto 2, but he gets 2 in his Chronosphere. The hook is cast, and it's a bit of a double catch there. Only the mid laner and safe laner live for Starbacks, and you know, they were farming outside of the base, and GRIN looking to call a response here. Maybe a blink toss back onto a waveform in the fountain could work here. The avalanche onto 2 with the waveform in. Double BKB popped on Dire, but Jim Park getting cut down by these Radiant heroes. A lot of physical damage coming out. And Milky onto the Tiny, but decides better. Goes onto the Morphling, now his own self. Maybe looking a little too deeply in the mirror. Gives a bit of existential crisis to that Morphling as he falls. And it is 1 versus 4. As Mago trying to hold on to the rest of his base. Likely gonna lose the last barracks top here. Got a respawning Crystal Maiden, a respawning Gyro and Doom. So now the tables have, the odds are a bit evened out. Will Moo stay long enough for a tier 4 to fall. As the Starbacks looking to prevent Mega Creeps, they need to kill these Zeus Illusions. Illusions, as they are called in the lore. And the last barracks will fall. The Starbacks not able to hold out against the catapults, but the Blink hoof stomp onto Gyrocopter, getting him under half health already. Dark Mago and Oscar blinking in. The dude coming out onto Moo's Centaur War Runner. Can he get out? The Glimmer helping out a little bit, but it's not going to be enough as the Avalanche pouring out a ton of damage. And Gyro will get the kill. Let Dark Mago to fall. 18 seconds until your Morphling's up. Oh no, Oscar gonna fall to Milky, racking up this late game network for himself, and Mega Creeps on their way to the base. Oscar goes in, he misses the stop, and GG is called. Sorry, you know when you're in it, you just don't see it, man. You don't see it.
Well, I'm glad you were in it, Malibu, and so was GRIN, but I can't say the same thing about Estar. They tried, and they started trying kind of towards when they were down already 25,000 net worth. It's a tough mountain to climb, and they didn't manage to do it. This was a very, very hard game for them. And despite what they look like a great draft, in the end, the lanes going in the favor of GRIN Esports, especially that mid lane. Kits and Dark Mago were trading very well for the longest time, but in the end, Kits ended up having like 4,000 net worth more by minute 15. So whatever the Zeus did after the end of the laning phase, throughout the early portions of the mid game, was crucial to secure GRIN Esports the victory. But I still gotta go back to the laning phase, and I gotta give props to Sneaky on the Pagna. His performance was so good and so oppressive that I wouldn't be surprised to see Estar backs banning the Pagna at some point in that second draft.
Yeah. I mean, Sneaky was an absolute nightmare for both the Crystal Maiden and the Morphling, and it's like, in the laning phase, how often can the position 4 dominate both safe laners? You know, usually it's like one or the other. You see a counter pick come out, but the burst damage from the Nether Blast and just the innate counter of the ward for CM, unreal. Great drafting from GRIN. We were a little skeptical, but kudos to the GRIN boys as they claim that win in game number 1. And my friends, please do not go anywhere. Also, I give the MVP to Sneaky. I've reconsidered. You've opened my eyes, Waxen. What can I say? But we are going to take a brief intermission before we get into game 2.
They really got to get out. Ori is coming, baby. There's the blink forward. They find Seb. Looking now for BZM. He's going to get the blink off onto the high ground, trying to just channel through the gate. The stomp. It makes it in time. Oh, you got a BKB TP now, son. Oh, he has no TP. He's going through the gate. He has no choice. Dude, he's so dead. Oh, this is a disaster for OG.
He does not. He bought out the Ags. And now they're going to find Drought. Oh, this is it.
That's got to be game. It has to be, right?
That's the spell amp right there, dude.
The team's turning around. They're like, they might be making a play for the Medusa here. Whisper's got a blink, goes in, goes for the pulverize. The silence comes out from BZM. It's going to be a nice initiation on the backside from FY to break this one up. Stone Gaze is here, onslaught on through. Whisper trying to just stay on top of Low, and BZM with this exorcism should be able to finish the job. Chrono comes out to grab the Crystal Maiden as well. Low's going to fall, double kill for BZM. Ori with the Rolling Thunder now has to use it to get away. Of Whisper, he's going to come off. A beautiful silence from BZM. They need the bashes. Can they chase him down? Swashbuckles away. The exorcism, it's still going. Whisper just continues to run through. Then they're turning attention on over to Bach. Timber Chains back on through to the other side. Do they have the catch? Blink pulverize in one. The bashes. They take down Bach. FY. Great avalanche. Great toss. Tries to finish off Seb. He gets him with a tower shot. Whisper is really far forward. Gets the blink pulverize here. Finds Low. Great avalanche response. Here comes the drums. Here comes the boys. He is in a lot of danger, but Tomato takes a huge damage out from that, Mystic Snake. And now a little bit of an interesting cancel on that freezing field. Maybe thinking he was going to back away, and now Low. Oh, a stolen freezing field from Ari, just dumping the damage back in. FY, the avalanche, the toss. Tomato going for a very deep dive. He bursts him down. The Bash Lord himself gets the kill. Whisper back in, chasing FY. This is an insane dive, and it somehow works. Ari doesn't die. You only lose the Aegis. They're smoking to try and come make this fight happen, but it is dead so fast. And you're going to have Exo for the fight now. Whisper in a decent spot to break the smoke. They're going to Timber Chain on in. Whisper, he jumps in aggressive with the BKB, gets the pulverize here onto the Medusa. The Tuggy actually doesn't have a Manta either quite yet. Silenced up, Chain Stun down. Can they burn her mana on time? No, she gets the Stone Gaze. That is big. Now on the run is going to be the Crystal Maiden, but she's not going to be able to make it out for now, and Low's out of all his resources. Silenced up, brought down, no problem at all. On the other side of the fight, Whispers scouted Bach here. Great telekinesis to cancel the Timber Chain away. Bach's going to need some help. Onslaught to interrupt the next one. How many times can they get away with this? The silence is there, but he finally just TP's home instead. Beautifully done. Tomato trying to chase for FY is not going to find him. Well, that being said, Whisper might. Great onslaught into the pulverize. They are all over the map here on OG. 3 huge kills. I mean, between the Alpha Wolf, his Vlad's aura, and the attack speed aura, like the amount of damage he just enables his team is ridiculous. They've caught Bach
Three
on the backside,
bashes in a
bash into bash. They've also managed to isolate the Medusa. Bach, he's just dead. What are those bashes? The Chrono, is he gonna use it? He's gonna just BKB. A nice ult here from Low, making space. They've managed to find the Pango. Whisper gonna try and chase and isolate this hero. Silenced up by the Death Prophet. He's got a refresher. There's your Chrono Spear catching the Tiny. He gets all three actually onto the high ground. They go. Another set of pulverizes, just gonna isolate Low. Oh my goodness. Lane is, I mean, I feel like this has kind of been what we've been seeing in a lot of these games. However, Elder Titan is bottom with an Astral Spirit, looking to maybe dive Tomato here. FY comes in, gets the stun, the Plasma Field, all that magic resistance just burned away from the Natural Order. And just like that, they get themselves first blood here for Tian Ming. TP in from the Zeus, wants to help find a return kill. Blood Grenade is out, gets himself a nice pickoff. Heavenly Jump interrupted there, as now Bach will help chase down Ari. It's a double kill as a 3-for-1.
Whoever made that change was Herald, though. Okay, get you ice.
Malik. They're going to try and initiate onto the Pudge with the Scepter, and
Nice
it's
one.
not an easy target to be able to blow up. Meanwhile, Noob on the backline as well, disrupting the supports, but he's going to run into Ori's damage. They need to get onto the sniper. Ori is currently freely right-clicking on the low ground, and without a response, this would be a free fight for Azure, and we see that be the case currently. Malik's going to be holding into place, but the root and Tier 2000 just does not see an angle to enter. Low's not there.
Let's
No
see.
Luna. Maybe an opportunity smoke. Trying to
Ori?
pop the division. Instant BKB from Ori. Bloodstone is going to charge in. They've been able to isolate Baboka, which is a lot of the control inside the middle of the team fight. Meanwhile, JT as well is trying to deal with the backline. They'll get the beam before the egg. Down goes the Phoenix, but with the BKB expiring from Ori, he's gone as well. G2IG able to reset, but they won't be able to drag back. Bach, Nick timing with the X, able to catch up. Nothing to say before the leap away. A heavy commitment though from Dyer. Is there going to be an opportunity for them to be able to finally have this first successful team fight? Even Ori's looking to rejoin as well. They need a way to protect JT. Maybe Baboka's going to be in with the combo, but it's not going to matter. Just the AoE damage, it's too much. It is too much. No BKBs. They're going to turn. They've got the attacks to be able to bring down the egg. It is not a concern for Azure. Ori catches up. The Split Earth is there. It's a 5-man white. Multiple buybacks as well committed as well. And they'll be able to catch Malik. Omar's in a really good position for the banishment. This is a fight they can look to take. But, I mean, you got to get Ori. Noob's going to try and find him. But, of course, he does have the Aegis, though. They're going to toss him into the middle. But meanwhile, over to the right side, no one was there to protect Omar. And now Bach as well is going to be able to leap over the top. They'll hold the Mirana into place. He tried to deal with Ori, but it didn't matter in the end. And now Noob put himself in a compromised position. And they're going to be able to bring him down in the outskirts of the Tier 2 tower.
Yeah, they just tried fighting into an Aegis, so... Hard to fight like this. They need... Oh, Tier 2000. He might be caught here.
Are they going to be able to protect him, Omar? Is this a fight you want to take, though, on Radiant? Not easy once the sniper's currently set up. Noob was trying to find an angle around, but he ran inside the lane, so the vision was there for Low in the counter as well. Bach
in the back.
jumps in. Meanwhile, the right there, Malik. He got the sniper. FY, though, tries to protect it with the blast off. It's not enough. And now Tier 2000. It's his time to shine, but the BKB, they're lacking some stuns to enable the Morphling. Finally, he'll be able to blow up the Disruptor. Another hook from Malik. Stops the TP out from Bach. And finally, we get a good fight out of the boys on PSG Quest. They're going to be able to purge off the Instead. Malik can help close the distance onto the Centaur.
Anyone else?
And this is what they've been waiting for. Doesn't... Wait, maybe Low? Low's still here. Oh, missed the hook.
They're going on
They
it.
want to jump Malik? Omar's going to be nearby to be able to protect him over the right side. Low.
In the back.
But the Narcosari just ran into where they were set up. Low didn't respect PSG Quest's formation.
Respect the formation.
Is this a fight you're going to be able to take, Tianming? It's a pretty good static storm. That's the scepter onto two, but the banishment from Omar. Vital seconds for Tier 2000 to be able to activate the BKB once it expires. And now they got the backline. Sniper's gone. First life assassinated. And now they're going to be able to set up for the second. Arrow off the back of the respawn. Tier 2000 finally has got enough damage. We saw some of the early fights. He was struggling, but that is not the case now. This PSG Quest will be able to come out on top. Back-to-back fights. And they have the net worth lead now in our first best of one.
Not as scary as most late game carries, but Sniper for me is maybe an X factor. He could, which is one of the reasons why I doubted Yeganim Skanda build. I wanted him to just be an absolute beast.
Is he looking to take the team fight first? Melly, can he find an angle for the hook? Tier 2000 wants to go in.
Oh,
We'll be able to find the hook back. And now it's just a freebie onto Bark, and the rest
Maybe
of
more?
Azure.
The Kalis is hunting.
I don't know if they're going to be able to get it though. Lowe's actually going to send the illusions in. Noob's got blink up in a couple of seconds. They're all
Alec.
sticking around. They want to go. They're set up for the static storm, and they need to find Omar.
Omar, he
Omar's
doesn't
already
have
used the
disruption.
banishment, so they're not going to be able to protect him inside the static storm now. They are both just gone. Right from the face of the earth. Now tier 2000. Let's see what the Morphling's going to be able to do. Doesn't seem like a whole lot for the moment. Bark's got blinked up in a couple of seconds. They feel the necessity to buy back to protect him, but glimpse him to the remnants of the Tier 1 tower. 2000 is not going to go out without a fight. Unfortunately, without the Satanic and the chain control being perfect, he will not have an opportunity to bring any other hero into the grave with him.
A good ult.
They're going to be late again. This time it's a third Roche, so an even more important Roche to try and contest. We saw what happened last time, though, even fighting to the ages. They did come out successful. The smoke, it's going to pop FI. Noob's going to try and give him the information to jump in, but the Assassin's going to be able to cancel. And another song, they're clumped up. They don't have the vision, though. Sentry needs to get layered down. Eyes on Omar, what he's going to be able to do. Disruption's going to be there to be able to protect at least one. T2000 tries to assassin Ori onto the backline as well. He's got the Aegis, so Ori's got a second life to work with.
First ban.
They had to expect...
Laxon, do you think
Yeah.
that was a bit of a respect ban?
I don't know if it was I don't think it was a respect ban. It was a fear ban. I mean, Moo played that game exceptionally well, even arguably guaranteeing the victory for GRIN Esports. But you ban the Centaur, you gotta let them the Bat Rider, and they're gonna go get it once again.
Yeah. 9 back, coming back to play, or hell, you know, it could be the sneaky. Also, I've seen this Bat Rider hero flex to the 3 successfully and flex to the 2 unsuccessfully. So,
I don't think Moo is a Bat Rider player.
Yeah, I know.
I mean, obviously, he's a very versatile offlaner, and he's played for so long. He probably can run the hero, but yeah, I don't think that's the case. Although position 2, I wouldn't be surprised. But when you know you're running into a Dragon Knight Malibu, yeah, I don't think so.
No, it's not gonna happen. Yeah, interesting to see the Dragon Knight first phased here by a Starbacks. We saw Lumiere play it as a position 1 with a Kotsky. One of the teams, it worked out super well. It was also paired with a Shadow Demon just to get those extra dragon illusions. I would not. Okay, yeah, Grin banned it out. Never mind. Smart boys over there on the side of GRIN Esports, and are they gonna pick up pair with this Bat Rider? I mean, we still see Pugna open up. I mean, he's not been banned out by a Starbacks. But are GRIN going to be lucky enough to have the same level of execution 2 games in a row? That's the real question. They go.
Well, one of the heroes that we see a lot played in EPL Americas has been that Hoodwink, which both teams have stayed away from in game number 1. And we did mention the fact that we wanted to see a bit more lockdown. Also for the Crystal Maiden that we saw wasn't that impressive by any sort of imagination. So there's going to be plenty of other options. Tech is also another support that is played quite a fair bit in EPL Americas. So I'd be happy with either of those two.
Love me a good Techie's pick. Oh, just so much burst damage. The magic resistance reduction from the proximity mines also interacts quite well with a lot of the meta heroes right now. Bat Rider not excluded. GRIN taking their time to think about this last ban.
Yeah, they're eating from their reserve time, and I think it's good. You got to set the game plan off the gate. We saw them successfully doing in game number 1, and you don't want to have any missteps. So they're really taking their sweet time, thinking how they maybe want to approach this Dragon Knight. They banned out the Faceless Void. Okay, they don't want to play it yet again. They could have picked it here. They could have banned something else and go for the Void. they're gonna opt against it. And one of the heroes that I love this patch, well, I hate it because it's so strong, but the teams, I love seeing the teams play around it, is the Razor.
Yeah, Razor's certainly a nice answer for a Dragon Knight. You can just follow him in whichever lane around the map. You know, he plays well as a 1, 2, or a 3. So not really pressured as far as which lane he is in, following that DK. Though I'm more so thinking about like the late game. Like, how do you deal with these DK illusions? How do you deal with the massive amount of tankiness that he has? Like the minus armor from the Razor Ultimate is quite nice, and
Oh, I
something
love this. It's
Flash.
another hero that has lightnings. It's not going to be the Razor, but the Lesh Rack, very strong, quite classic. We see Lesh being played, I would say, relatively often versus the Dragon Knight, and the mid lane will kind of go even, traded because the Dragon Knight's inherent heal and sustain is just going to pull through. But later on, this Lesh Rack could burn through this DK.
Yeah, um, definitely, definitely a thorn in the side mid to late game for the Dragon Knight, and really, I'm just glad that Starbacks did not get both of those heroes on the same team, because Dragon Knight Illusion Push with the Leshrac Split Earth Shard to cover his escape is so powerful. And we see,
Oh,
ooh, Lena picked up.
Lena.
Okay, seen Lena in both the mid and the safe lane core roles. Partnered with the Vengeful Spirit, you give her a nice swap to get out of danger. She's able to cover the Dragon Knight as he's hitting towers from a little closer range than the Lena. So
I gotta say this: the Lina was banned last game by, I believe, GRIN Esports themselves, so they might have known that is Estarbacks likes running this Lina, which is gonna be very interesting. Vengeful, one of the heroes that was so strong just a couple letter patches ago, but the teams have opted to play it less and less. But it's a traditional 1-by-1 counter versus the Bat Rider.
and we do see a reappearance of the Pugna, partnered with Mars for Moo.
You can't even see the Pugna because of the Mars' shield.
Right?
Um,
Oh, that's so
um,
good.
I'm not going to talk about the Pug now. We saw how great it is, and obviously paired up with the Leshrac, it's going to be even more nuke damage. But the Mars, not many people play Mars this patch because of the counter heroes that are so good versus Mars. Stuff like the Dragon Knight, stuff like the Razor, even Vipers that we see, not often, but we do see every now and then be picked up by the offlaners. Mars is not good versus either of those. So I'm curious to see if GRIN Esports, well, if Mu himself can make it work. But I like it in this comp. I gotta admit, alongside the Pug Knight, a Bat Rider as a support, it's great. And even with the Leshrac, you can use the ultimate to protect the Leshrac if he gets pursued, or to isolate the opponents and allow the Lesh to just jump in and deal that AoE damage from his ultimate or from the Pulse Nova.
Yeah, a lot of good safe lane options available for Starbacks. You got the Life Stealer as well. And looking at Grin right now, I think it could be. I think it could even be a good anti-mage game for Starbacks. I mean, you got the Leshrac, you got the Pugna, you can counterspell the Lasso, just blink out of the arena as well. But it's going to be a Luna instead for a Starbacks. Just going for this early game tempo, an extra aura to stack with the Vengeful Spirit. Great laning combination with this Venge, with this Luna. So
Classic style from Estar backs. We usually used to see the Drow Ranger paired up with Vengeful and yet another range hero, but now and plus a tanky core. So we have that in the Dragon Knight. We've got lots of range. We've got lots of auras. The Dragon Knight himself turns into a range hero, obviously. So this is looking very nice. I think Estar backs might be pulling something out of the bag with this one. They're definitely cooking.
yeah, they are chefs to say the least. Dragon Knight gonna love that Luna aura at night. You know, you can split push pretty decently, or just combine forces and really go down any lane you want, I feel. And right now, I think the big question is, well, two questions. 4 for Starbacks and 1 for Grin. Who does well against the Luna? I do. You think? I don't think we're gonna see a Morphling coming out from Grin. Morphling does do decently into the Luna, but
Sven?
Sven could give them some early tempo to match. Nice laning partner for the Bat Rider as well. Yeah.
I know he's not played as much, but neither is Pugna, right? So I'm just trying to think about other heroes that might work well. Obviously, Estar backs were afraid, so they banned out the Lifesteal. They got 1 second reserve time. Hello? Okay.
And the Slark
It's gonna be the Slark.
protect
Yeah,
their
okay,
DK.
afraid of the Slark.
Yeah, I could see for Grin, options could be Weaver gives you a ton of damage late game, but
Yes, Terribly still available, right?
tough sell. Yeah, Kits does enjoy his Milky does enjoy his Terrorblade. His most played hero in competitive Dota right now this year. 17 games, but not a great win rate, so we're not going to mention that. And the Starbucks not getting the Icy Queen, but instead the Icy Ghost.
Great counter to the Bloodstorm from the Leshrac, great counter to the Pugna, and in the end, obviously, as predicted, only the best analysis you get here in the world at EPL World Series. It will be the Terrorblade for Milky, and I think this Terrorblade is gonna put in a lot of work, even just the refraction. You've got so many targets. Luna, Lina, Dragon Knight are gonna get so much splash damage AoE. This is one of the reasons, actually, a few months ago we saw that stint of a patch where Terrorblade was played as a support because of heroes like Luna and like Dragon Knight that deal splash right-click damage.
Man, that was a nightmare. Just getting. I just want to farm, man. I have a position 4 Terrorblade running at me with Tranquil Boots, a wand, urn and everything. Like, I don't need this in my life. Get him out of here. And no one ever picked magic damage nukers to get him just punished. But the days of Terrorblade 4 thankfully are behind us, Waxen. I don't have to go to sleep or wake up in the middle of the night in a cold sweat anymore. Worrying about the Sunder. But I like this draft from a Starbacks a lot.
Yeah, and the Ancient Apparition is also preemptively hurting the Sunder from the Terrorblade.
Yes.
So I love the Ancient Apparition. Is it in the best place as it could be as a hero right now? No, of course not. But I believe in this particular matchup, he might put in some great work with the Ice Blast, and it's another range hero to pair up with the Venge and the Luna. So this also tells me that Estar Backs is gonna melt through your towers. We talked a bit about earlier from GRIN Esports. They only had the Pugna to push. Now both teams really have a lot of objective takers. We know how easy Luna can just melt through buildings. Obviously, Lina and the Dark Dragon Knight can replicate that high attack speed, good corrosive damage from the Dragon Knight form. And on the other side, we obviously have the Pugna, but this time around, she's not alone. She's got a Leshrac and a Terrorblade that can do the same thing.
Power push on both sides a plum. What I'm interested to see, how many Dragon Tail Cold Feet combos do you think we're going to see from this Starbacks offlane?
Oh, I have quite a few fair, but are we gonna see it on the lane, or later on when Oscar's gonna get his blink dagger and we're gonna save blink, Dragon Tail, Ice Blast? You're just gonna melt. Other than the Mars, the other 4 heroes on the side of GRIN Esports can just die quite early until Kits gets his his stronger items to make him more survivable.
Yeah. Survivability is gonna be the name of the game for GRIN Esports here. I don't feel like you have any big aura builders either. I mean, Mars kind of goes back and forth between control, damage, auras. Probably not going to get a pipe. Maybe we see a Mage Slayer come out. There's a fair amount of magic damage, but man, I don't know. I think maybe Mars just goes Blink BKB.
Yeah, we had a few difficulties with Milky. Hopefully, he will be able to connect to server. Just a few days ago, we had a bit of a tragic one when a player disconnected and didn't have the internet connection available to return. And as you can imagine, that was that was a pretty ugly series to cast, and we don't want to see that from GRIN Esports because this is also game number 2. So if your carry disconnects now and you forfeit this one, there's gonna be a game 3. So quite potential spice happening. But yeah, I don't wanna put any bad thoughts in the world for him.
Back in the game now. Hopefully it works out for him and Wax. And we got to play the the crowd's favorite game. How many sticks or how many wands between these two teams? If you haven't looked at the items yet,
Okay.
how many wands do you think there are between the 10 heroes?
I'm not cheating, but I'm thinking there's a Lesh, there's a Bat, 7.
7. Okay, I'm gonna go on the low end. I'm gonna say, I think I almost always see like 5. I'm gonna say 3.
Okay.
Right, here we go. 1 on Oscar, and 1 on Sneaky. Oh my god.
That's what I call a brev moment.
No, wait. Jim Park has no items purchased, so I mean,
He's got to buy 5 of them, and he's gonna make my prediction come true.
Oh, dude, they even thought that was funny in game. The laugh coming out. Luna buys a wand. Oh, I got it. There we go. Wait. Someone else. There are 4 now.
Hey, yo, I'm telling you. I might be cooking, and I think we're gonna get a few more purchased. I didn't know we were talking about that exact moment. I meant throughout the early game.
Oh yeah. Out of the fountain. Sorry.
Dark Mago on the low ground in River already breaks his smoke to Sneaky's on high ground. Pings left, right, and center, and Demon has to really. Okay, actually Prada and Jim Park are there as well. It's fine. No blood being spilled just yet.
See, we too often we talk about the repositioning abilities of these heroes. No Magnus, no like champions of that cause. We do have the Mars and the Bat Rider, so a little bit of repositioning available to GRIN, and the swap also probably one of the standout abilities from Vengeful Spirit on a Starbacks could help these teams take fights. Positioning going to be vitally important for the Lina, last cannon hero herself, and Luna. A little more durable now with the addition of her shard. Let's see how it unfolds here as the horn sounds. Oscar gonna get the bounty, ruin the reflection, gonna get the slow onto him. Demon also a little worse for the wear, but Oscar receiving the brunt of the forces here, and Sneaky getting first blood again. Series MVP Pugna coming at ya hot.
There's still a bounty rune somewhere. Okay, 9 is gonna collect it. So there was 3 bounty runes for a first blood. Pretty unlucky situation, but Sneaky is gonna, very lucky for Sneaky, who yet again is gonna have a great start on his Pugna as he now starts right-clicking away at Prada in bottom. But we're looking in mid, and it's gonna be Leshrak versus Lina. It's a matchup that we saw quite a fair bit around a year ago or so, and I believe that Lina should be safe in this matchup. She shouldn't ever get caught off by guard and killed.
No, the only way that she suffers is if she overextends, tries to bait, and then the creep wave dies somehow under the tower, and she's left hanging out to dry. The 3v3, I think the GRIN supports are a little faster, though having no stun, probably not going to be able to contribute as well as the Starback supports. Binge, Ancient Apparition, Roaming combo. Pretty nice.
Oh, Blood Grenade down bottom. Prada, I think, is in danger. Sneaky. Okay, if he pops the stick, and one more Nether Blast would have done it.
Has the stick and Fairy Fire available, and we'll salve up. Sneaky looking to cancel it with the Nether Blast, but not gonna find Prada. The Magic Missile lands with the Wave of Terror, reducing the armor. Sneaky losing a fair amount of HP, though he does have some tangos in his inventory, and the Tower Aura will help him regen. But already back up over half health.
I'm looking up top to see if Milky can get all the last hits under the tower, and so far he's doing a very good job on this Terra Blade, actually completely outlaning the Dragon Knight, doubling the last hits, currently 10 to 5, now 6 for the Dragon Knight. So yeah, a matchup that should be okay for the Terrorblade. I don't think this apparition can help you that much, but now we have.
Meta used.
They're pushing
with
him
the
back.
flame break, pushing him back. Oscar, even a lot of right clicks here, but Nine a little worse for the wear. Not able to continue forward. Demon with the brown boots has a little more mobility than your normal ancient apparition. Is stepping up, just trading right clicks with Nine at this point. So I think AA probably has the better trades, funnily enough, until you step in to the realm of reflection here. Milky. As Metamorphosis fading. Dragon Tail coming out, secure last hit under tower. Love the using your full toolkit early on in the laning phase to stay even. Dragon Knight 10 and 3, 16 and 4 on the Terrorblade. Lotus going in favor of Milky in the top lane, and it looks like Luna perhaps in the bottom lane. Let's go ahead and take a look. Loaded. There, yeah, on the Luna. Go. Luna getting a full wand and a bracer. Beef her up a little bit here on Gym Park. Magic Missile gonna land on to move. Luna, too many creeps and too unhealthy to play up.
In mid, Dark Mago was doing very well, but he felt forced to go and pick up the bounty rune, which kind of allowed kids to get back in the last department. Before leaving the lane, Dark Mago was a full creep wave ahead of the Leshrac, which is kind of unexpected. Dark Mago will now miss a very easy last hit, but he's gonna probably use not using the Dragon Slave for the last hit, playing very patiently, but also look at kids very passive. We're gonna wait for the water rune.
Milky denying the top water rune. Great presence of mind coming out from the GRIN Pause 1 player, playing across the map and helping out your mid laner. And now Dark Mago.
What you said is crucial. It's a position 1. I never get Terrorblades sending their illusions to help the mid lane.
Right. And yeah, maybe Dark Mago felt like with enough fiery souls, he's able to get the bounty rune and not be punished by it. Get out of lane, get back in lane quickly, and the cacophony of spells being loosed here. But who will come out the victor? Kids, it's the split earth on a Dark Mago, and Dark Mago getting kind of low here. The Dragon Slave plants the branch to get the vision out, but the lightning storm will fall, and Dark Mago dies, losing not only, the gold from his death, but the 50 gold from this little happy tree planted. And in the meantime, Pugna died in the bottom lane to Prada. I think Luna probably in the area for that. Oh, top lane.
Milky is getting right-clicked.
Super low does have the salve available, and Nine laying down the covering fire for his Terrorblade to get back to safety and salve up. No Sunder available yet. He's only level 4. Banner creep plus tower aura. So nice. So nice on the HP. Reflection coming out onto Oscar and the Ancient Apparition, though the Breathe Fire returning a fair amount of damage. Even the 1/12 charge wand available to Oscar should he feel pressed as well. Love to see him backpack those bracers, get the max efficiency out of it, but damn, that is so hard to do in the fight. Not get punished.
Yeah, it feels impossible sometimes.
Yeah. Alright, 6-minute rune.
That's what I was looking at. Yeah, and it's not just a 6-minute rune. Who's gonna be collected by kids, and actually Prada might have actually been surprised, but the Lotuses as well, getting picked up by the Dire at bottom, and this Luna. Gym Park is getting pressured more and more as he... Oh, Demon.
Nine helping out mid lane. Kids gets the kill with the Lightning Storm to a lonely Ancient Apparition. For help from her Luna, but will not find any. Skill build from Kits so far. 3 in Lightning Strike, 2 in Split Earth, 1 in Ult. This hero is so... Leshrac is just so interesting. There are so many different skill builds you can go and still be so effective, no matter the build.
Yeah, I mean, Leshrac is just an absolute menace of a hero. And we see it yet again. take a. We'll see him in a moment when he's gonna get a higher level. Maybe level 9 is when he's gonna go for the rotate. But right now has got Region Rune, and the contest for the Wisdom Rune is not gonna be prevailing for 9. That was a great attempt though.
So they know both supports for Starbacks are on the top side of the map, so they can punish this Luna now if they get a favorable wave position. Wisdom Rune's going 1 for 1. Batrider does TP back all the way to base, so 9 not able to contribute to the next little skirmish for a bit. Will be available for the 8-minute power room, desired by both Lena, and the Leshrac. As the action unfolds mid, Dark Mago. Some fells here. 5 fiery soul charges, give him a little bit of a speed buff to get out of dodge. 9 positioning so aggressively here to dissuade the Luna from moving out of that tower range. No way they go for the flame break. They do! Into the lightning strike. A ton of burst damage. And Sneaky's here too and says, hello, lady. It's time to die. Kits. Oh my god. Full bottle before the arcane rune. GRIN having an absolute dream state of a game 2 here for the start. 9 gonna scout out. Oh.
He wants to steal them, but he doesn't have level 5.
No.
Yeah, needs level 5 and then the Firefly available again before he can go for the attempt to steal there. But they're just, okay, Prada. Okay, just prodded away.
Yeah, 4 GRIN heroes collapsing here mid. Safety bubble on Lena, but it's not going to be enough. The arena will land onto Lena with the spear back. Moo showing up for his team. Might die here under the tower. No Ice Blast to really seal the deal here. And Demon gonna fall to Kits, getting a double kill. Sneaky, of course, the pesky.
Just thinking the stacks.
Oh, this is...
And not just that, Malibu, but Kits killed the Dark Mago back to back. This Lina doesn't even have a TP for 46 seconds, and Dark Mago 0-3-0. We talked about how he had a quiet game. Had a quiet game in this first game, but now even like completely silenced in this game number 2.
Yeah. The fire that a Starback showed in the second half of game 1 seems to be all but extinguished here. They bring their supports mid, and they are unable to make anything happen. Lose the stack, they lose an observer ward. Huge swing of power coming out for GRIN, though the win percentage is only showing 57% in their favor. So even still feeling like they have a good draft. And no Sunder available. Will skill it up here and use it. Turning the tides onto Oscar, and the Metamorphosis will come out as well. No Ice Blast available to seal that kill for Starbacks, and Milky coming up. All smiles here.
Yeah, great saving the point for Milky there. It's gonna allow himself to stay alive. But though Demon still wants some more, and the chip damage from the Breathe Fire and the Ice Vortex plus a few Chilling Touch right clicks are gonna get the Terrorblade down to below half HP again. He does have a set of Infused Raindrops on the Terrorblade, only 2 left, so they will expire after a few more nukes.
Absolutely loving seeing more cores pick up the Infused Raindrops. Just makes their laning phase possible after like 5 minutes, you know. Moo is in the area in the second arena. Use on Lena. Dark Mago doing his best to stay in the middle, but will get stuck to the wall like a fly. And Kits gets the kill again. 3rd kill so far on the Lena. Maybe actually more, I don't know. But now Catapult arriving. Going to be an easy tier 1 tower claimed at the middle.
Going up top.
Sneaky, and they rotate top. TP's coming out in force. Demon on the back foot trying to get out. The reflection will slow him with the lightning storm, follow it up, and now Dragon Knight Oscar, you're next, my friend. Flame break to push you back into range, and the lasso coming out. Kate's gonna hold the split earth, but now will loose it and get the kill. 9 will get the kill, and it's gonna put him closer and closer to his blink dagger. His Starbacks.
As you can take a quick look at my beautiful drawing, just a few pieces of radius up top, up top. We're in the correct position. Yeah, a bit further up. So, they realized we can't catch the Dragon Knight. Let's just get the support Ancient Apparition. They connect with the Lightning Storm and they kill the AA. Dragon Knight was completely safe there. Like, Oscar was in complete safety right here on the left side next to towards the Lotus Pool, and decided Let me try help my Ancient Apparition, who's level 5 and below half HP, go stun the Leshrac and then not die? That was a very questionable play from Oscar, I have to be honest. Gave away his life for free. Could have just run away or TP'd from every single player on the side of GRIN Esports. So that's going to be very sad. And as they have the Pugna, they have the Diabolic Edict in cooldown, well, off cooldown in another 10 seconds. I also believe they're going to convert into this tier 1 top Malibu. This is Estar backs not playing as themselves, and this is GRIN Esports playing better than we've seen them throughout the rest of the tournament.
Yeah, a breath of fresh air, honestly, for the GRIN Esports team. They needed this victory, even though maybe maybe it feels more like a moral victory, but better late than never. Am I right?
Absolutely.
And taking this tier 1 top at 11 minutes will give GRIN the possibility to play for the Wisdom Rune spawn at 14. I wonder if they will park up in this top side of the map, farming these Ancients a little bit. There is another double stack on the Radiant Ancients. In the
2.5 minutes to just chill there. It's a bit long, I believe.
It is. That's kind of why I'm like trying to think, like, do you twin gate and kick this Luna out of bottom now? You do that, you're gonna get the tower, but she's probably gonna go farm the triangle safely. So
I think you do that. You're not really concerned about the Luna right now, as you want to squeeze the map as much as possible. So if you get the tier 1 top, you already had the mid one taken a few minutes ago. You go bottom, you replicate that same process, and then Luna has less and less space to get the items that she needs to turn into a beast that she couldn't be.
yeah, those lane creeps are oh so valuable nowadays. Even though the jungle is vast in its stretch, the lane creeps are where it's at for that golden experience. GRIN taking that triple stack on the hard camp, the triangle, gonna limit Luna's comeback potential here. Take a look at the net worth here at 11 minutes. Leshrac at the top of the order, 6.4k. Luna only 1k behind. And then it's kind of an interesting like stagger of net worth. 1k difference between almost the top 3. Then everyone pretty even. 6. Big drop off from Lena to Pugna. But these poor Radiant supports, man. 11 minutes in, none of them have their ultimate. Whereas GRIN are riding a huge power spike. Level 7 Pugna, level 7 Bat. I think, yeah, Laxton, I think you just take that last tier 1 tower, continue to eviscerate anybody that shows up with your massive level advantage.
And again, while you do that, your Terrorblade is also benefiting from the gold from the towers. He's also farming continuously. So no matter what you do, GRIN Esports seems to have a game plan that is looking very, very good. And yeah, we can see the same thing from Estar backs, but the Dragon Knight is definitely not having remotely close to the impact that we used to seeing from this hero in this patch.
Top tier 1, soon to be pressured here from GRIN. Any big items coming out soon. We got a Dragon Lance build up on Kits, on Milky. And a TP, no way. No way you complete that TP on the Ancient Apparition. Though he was nearby, so able to join a fight. But, yeah. I don't know, man. The Starbacks are in dire straits here. And the Batrider
wants to steal the stack. Wow.
Oh yeah, they're gonna do it too. Nether Blast and Leshrac coming over. He's like, "Whoa, guys, whoa, come on, hey, that's my gold.
Give me some of that cheese." This Lena is so underfarmed. I think there's a Gloves of Haste. Okay, I was wondering if she went for travel boots, but she can't even afford that. She's got a Gloves of Haste, simple boots for the Maelstrom, as Demon just dies yet again to Sneaky. The Ancient Apparition pick-off, not that tragic for Estar backs. It's only sad for Demon because he really wants to get his Ice Blast.
Yeah, Starback's happy to make that sacrifice, but I mean, even if you get Ice Blast, I don't know how big of a game changer it is, because are you in a position to take any fights at all that are not like a solo pickoff? You could kill the Leshrac with like a Lacuna Blade, Dragon Slave, Light Strike Array, Ice Blast, perhaps.
That was a lot of spells you just listed.
Yeah, you're gonna have to throw everything at this Leshrac.
And
is
the
what I'm saying.
Eclipse. Oh, speaking of the Eclipse, Jim Park is gonna see the sun setting over his body as he gets killed by 3 heroes from GRIN Esports, and the lasso wasn't even used.
No, they still have lasso, still have arena. Moo buys the Void Stone. Get that mana regen paired with the Royal. He's got the Royal Jelly and the Soul Ring. The Mars once still a hero plagued by mana issues. Has the pieces in place to solve that problem. And he's so close to his blink, only about 100 gold away.
Each other. I think Prada might be aware of 9, but it's Dark Mago. Okay, Dark Mago wants to really finish his Maelstorms. He's 200 gold away. He must not die here. They're not going for him. I think Dark Mago should be fine. Oh, he's getting up, and Oscar blinks in with the Dragon Knight.
Ice Blast gonna seal this kill here for sure. Prevent any healing from the life drain. And the Starbacks have doubled their kill count. Effective.
Woo!
Fairly sizable chunk of gold going to Lena though.
Yeah, that's why we saw him wanted to secure that kill with the Light Strike Array. Really needed to get something in his favor, because he was not having a good game. He's not having a much better game now, but slightly better than he was 45 seconds ago.
Yeah, and Demon happy to finally get some levels. Claims the Wisdom Rune, gets up to level 7, and he is going to build a Phylactery. Interesting.
Well, we say he's going to. This is going to be a long way off from this Phylactery. Another 1,200 gold at least. And as an AA, farm does not come easy your way.
No, but smoke is coming the way of Dark Mago. A nice swap from Prada. Can GRIN continue to fight forward? Oscar with the Blink Dagger and Dragon Form. And the Flame Break back onto the low ground from Lena, and she will die. 2 down for a Starback, and it's soon going to be a 3rd. As the Ice Blast lands, it will be inconsequential for the GRIN boys. Demon finding the mark, but GRIN striking true.
What was that turnaround attempt from Oscar? I'm very confused. The Lena was below half HP, the Vengeful was dead, and Oscar decided, I'm a strong dragon, I'm gonna scare them away. I'll show them my wings, I'm gonna blink between them, and they're gonna run away as if they're terrorized? Yeah, that was definitely not it. And they get punished for whatever that was. 2,000 gold swing again in favor of GRIN Esports. 73% win rate probability according to Dota Plus, and yeah, despite all of this, Jim Park has managed to climb up to the 2nd spot in the network chart.
Jim Park doing Jim Park things on Luna here. Dragonlance with the Mask of Madness can accelerate the farm close to the Yasha. Haste Rune available for kids as well, and the Blink stun on Prada. Swap gonna give it a little bit of a damage barrier, buy more time as 9 gets the lasso on the Demon. Demon sent back to hell.
He's just hasting with a haste.
Hasted up, has the BKB, gonna commit it all, knowing that Jim Park is the key for his Starbacks to get back in this game. Dancing along the tree line, he lives! Jim Park, oh, 1 Nether Blast could be your end, my friend. But Sneaky, trying to sneak his way out of this one with a magnificent Decrepifier in the turnaround. Oscar gets the kill onto Pugna, but reinforcements have arrived. Milky trying to turn this Lena into a snack, but Prada with the Magic Missile will stop him. Fear of Mars, turn around onto Oscar, does not latch onto the tree.
Oh
Terrorblade is in, he's got the Sunder available, will use it on the Vengeful Spirit. Now under half health, she's got to get back out. 9 giving up his life for naught. This Observer Ward paying off for Starbacks, making something out of nothing. But GRIN coming out on top of that exchange by 300 net worth and 300 experience.
It's a 2-4-3, but 2 supports fall on the side of GRIN. The Pugna was on a 3 kill streak, so that's going to be a bit of extra gold going for the Radiant. And when you're the team playing behind 7-8k gold, every single type of skirmish where you still lose, I guess, a player extra, it's gonna be good for you. Yeah, you lost Oscar again on the Dragon Knight, but he's a Dragon Knight, right? He's got a Blink Dagger. He's got
gonna
what he
happen.
needs. Yeah.
What I would like to see, though, we see a large amount of vision here. 3 observer wards. Or, 2 observer wards, sorry. That was the third one they spotted out from GRIN. I'd love to see GRIN flip the map and play at the top side now. That, the Starbacks are invested on the bottom side of the map. We see 3 observer wards planted, like, within 2 screens. Do they have anything left? GRIN are able to take an obs outside of Radiant Vision. Would be a nice success for them. Moo has the Blink Dagger, uses the arena. The Eclipse will come out from Gym Park, speared into the wall. 9 in the fight, soaking all of that damage. And Sneaky gets another kill, and the Blink stun from Oscar, gonna eviscerate Bat Rider. Return kill, blood for blood, but I think Luna is probably the more valuable target there.
To be honest, I think Gym Park, had he had 2 points in Eclipse, that Moose Mars would have died there. 3 more beans and just slightly longer duration might have killed the Mars before the assist of the Pat Rider. So maybe the skill build that everybody goes for not ideal in that particular scenario, as the only saving grace for Estar backs wasn't managed to be saved by his own team.
Yeah, a bit of a double-edged sword there. You need the skill build to accelerate your farm, to stay in contention with this Terror Blade. But they keep blocking your ancient camps. And Sneaky looking to block Prada's path to freedom here. Prada runs under the tier 2 tower, will escape. But did they unblock the camp? No. Dude,
Milky down bottom is about to get jumped. Oh, the spell misses. That was a beautiful Manta-style dodge. In the end, the Dragon Tail connecting to an illusion.
Yeah, nice play coming out from Milky there. And Jim Park saying, why in the hell have my ancients not respawned? I'm trying to farm. As the Yasha, almost the Manta style on this Luna, doing quite a nice job staying relative in net worth to the cores of GRIN. Just 400 gold behind Terribly.
Oh, Dark Mago still tries to get Milky. Dragon Tail gonna connect, and now it's gonna just burst through the Laguna. No Sunder, no hope, no more Terrorblade.
Bit of an overstep there from Milky there, and now we're gonna see the overstep on Luna as the lasso will land, but they're gonna kill the Vinge first to prevent any extra stun. Eclipse used on Jim Park, but the amplified damage rune on Kits. Ooh, cutting through Luna like a hot knife through butter. And now Oscar's next on the chopping block. The Ice Blast will not land on anybody. Kits popping the BKB a little late. Gonna have the mana boots to get back into the fight. Sneaky finishes off Oscar with Moo at his side. And the Bulwark gonna be enough time to get a stun onto Dark Mago's Lena. Kits, who did you die to? You died to Demon, for shame. Demon had absolutely no game, and now you give him that much gold. It's the phylactery. What can we say?
Yeah, the most impactful item on a position 5-4 Ancient Apparition. In the end, it's a 3-for-3, but both cores die. Position 1 in 3 and 1 die on the side of Estar backs, and they are the ones you don't want to die. It's favorable for them because they're playing from behind, like I said. And the Leshrac dying to the Ancient Apparition is going to be very unfortunate, but I really feel like this Luna needs a BKB to have a game.
Yeah, she does, and I think she realizes that, has it queued up eventually. Might get her short.
That was gonna die. Hello?
No, the damage buffer from the swap. Thankfully, 350 at level 1. That's an insane amount of HP.
That is very efficient. Not the longest cooldown for the swap. We'll have it probably before the next skirmish. But I'm curious to see why didn't GRIN Esports go for the Roshan when it was up top. Around minute 19, they had a great power spike and a great lead, and they could have killed the Roshan. They opted against it, sadly. And now Roche is already bottom. You can still take a fight there, but the cores on the side of Estar backs are getting stronger and stronger. And like you mentioned, even this entrant apparition now has hit his level 13, double points in Ice Blast, can pretty much mess up with you if you're going for an objective in the pit. So your window of getting Roche might have actually passed unless you can kill a demon before attempting it.
Yeah, I think maybe Grin didn't want to take Roshan beforehand because they were worried about their kill speed. But I mean, you've got the Leshrac, you've got the Terror Blade. These are heroes that accelerate Roche kill pretty heavily. And as you mentioned, Laxon, I think that window may have closed for Grin to take Roshan uncontested. I mean, they lead 21-8, but they're only up 4K. Jim Park has been just doing amazing things on this Luna, sitting at 230 last hits here at 22 minutes in.
I gotta ask you, do you a prediction, yeah? Put you on the spot right now, Malibu. Do you think we're getting a game 3 as this game number 2 looks right now?
I think it's entirely possible. Terrorblade does not have nearly enough farm as you'd like. Working on the Eye of Scotty. Got enough from one of the components. Right now, the Ultimate Orb, the most expensive one. But unless... So, the target prioritization for Grin is so difficult.
Oh, they're getting the Lina, they're bottom. He's just dead. Dark Mongo pops the BKB, tries to turn around, but he's not gonna survive the right clicks. And how did he get caught? Why was Dark Mongo there?
Trying to keep the lanes pushed out, I guess, to prevent a GRIN Esports Roshan attempt. But now, with Lina dead, we can certainly expect a GRIN Esports Roshan attempt as it comes out here at 22 minutes and 30 seconds into game 2. First Roche, already a quarter health, and now this is going to be the man of the hour, Demon. What can you do to prevent it? The smoke will come out. Your Lina's up in 20 seconds. Can you make the move before it's relevant?
We need the Ice Blast to come in. It's not going to come in.
Might be looking to get a kill.
Yeah, but he would have managed to slow down the Roshan because he also has the shard. But anyway, yeah, opting against it, they're gonna still be smoked up and they're not falling back. They really want to go in, but this Lina, Laszlo's on cooldown of 12 seconds. She could just get bursted before you go and help her.
Yeah, this Observer Ward here doing a lot of work for Grin. 9 on the high ground and Luna into the fight. Blink onto Mars, knowing they have to kill Moo, but he gets the arena after the BKB off, and Luna and DK are in the middle of it. Oscar gonna fall, and Luna soon to be joining her comrade in arms in the graveyard, and 3 dead for his Starbacks. Just the Mars falls, and the Aegis is used, consumed, but Kits gets the ultra kill.
He's chasing for the Rampage. He spotted Demon. He seems to be aware where he is.
Wants it. They know him. They're gonna TP. Sneaky in the neighborhood. Is this the second Rampage for Kits? One in game 1, one in game 2. Who knows what the rest of this match holds? 27-9 here, 24 minutes in. And GRIN Esports are positioned to knock down the door of these tier 2 towers. No matter.
13-1-12 for this Leshrac. Unbelievable performance. Kits was a bit upset we didn't give him the MVP in game number 1. On the back of what was a flawless Zeus performance. Once they take it this time from the hands of Sneaky, and I think he might just. This Leshrac has been a complete dominant force. But I gotta say, Pugna with the life drain onto the teammates now, getting him back to full HP and half mana. Another aspect that we haven't mentioned between these interactions of the two heroes.
Pugna, the walking life support unit, you know. Guys, I need help. Oh, don't worry, buddy, I got you. A little life drain to full health and mana. Though, I mean, if you overplay your hand, Ancient Apparition can punish the Pugna very heavily. And now he's got the Blink Dagger to get better positioning for his ult. Might see a little zany play come out here from a Starbacks as we get a smoke onto 3. Likely gonna be 4 unless, okay, yeah. It gets in, contributes. They say, hey, these illusions are gonna push the wave in, boys, but just let him go. Lena probably going to renew her Fiery Soul stacks here on the creep camp, you would think.
Jim Park is alone up top, and he's managing to juke them with an illusion. The lasso was forced by 9 onto an illusion, but now Jim Park is actually properly spotted, and his teammates are nowhere to be found. They will have to go for a trade in mid, but Jim Park is not going to be long for the world.
No, he's going to let loose the Eclipse, but will get speared to a tree, and he will expire. Kit's now in danger. Oh, on the high ground, dude. Does he know? He knows. He's got Blink. He's got Arcane Ruin. He's got a BKB. Kits wants this fight. He wants all of the smoke.
He wants a second Rampage. He sadly can't get it because Jim Park's already dead. Yeah, but I gotta say, the play up top really started off nicely. Jim Park forcing the lasso with an illusion in the end will not pay dividends for him, but nice to see nonetheless.
And knowing that you still got a little bit of life left in you. And Gleipnir will land into the Light Strike Array. What in the hell are you doing, Kits? Do you not think they were holding hands, my friend?
I don't think he was expecting an amplified damage, Lena, right? I think let's give him the benefit of the doubt there. Nonetheless, I think he would have still died no matter what to that Ice Blast damage. So, a bit of a mistake. We haven't seen much of those from Kits, so Starbucks will be more than happy to finally slay the most farmed hero on the map with 5 kill streak. Obviously, previously was a Rampage.
Unreal. Demon continuing to enrich in himself, though. Maybe you're just fattening the hog for slaughter here. Lena will TP in with the BKB and the Gleipnir on it too, and the Mars using his own BKB. Got the arena ready. Gonna wait for that to expire. And the swap saving Lena, getting her to the outskirts of the fight outside of the arena. And now Vengeful Spirit likely to fall here. Terrorblade Illusion pumping away, but the Glimmer Cape's gonna get that off of his back. Dragon Knight Oscar pushing forward, gets the Breathe Fire onto the Terrorblade, reducing his damage output. Pugna will fall, but DK also falling in suit. This tier 2 tower gonna be lambasted by the Terrorblade Illusions of the Sunder to save his Mars as Moo gets the spear onto Lena away from the fight, buying time for 9 to show up. And Milky getting the kill, but Demon says, I'm not done yet, you bastards, I'm here. Getting the triple kill, can he get the Ultra? In the tree line, give it to the boy! Demon claims another. And now Kit's back for blood. Are we gonna see the reverse Rampage? No.
I mean, that is you're very overconfident, my friend. And I gotta say, I was doubting this Blink Dagger for Demon, but it helped him reposition himself twice in that team fight, and now even the third time to escape from Kits. It was a buyback. This is an ancient apparition that had to buy back, but dealt so much damage throughout that team fight. Surprising, 2.5k actually, up to par with the Luna. In the end, getting so many kills with that Ultra that he's overtaken his own offlane in the network department despite buying back.
No. Ancient Apparition did more damage than 11 damage
14
short.
damage.
Yeah. Oh man, Terrorblade absolutely owning that fight though. Got the Scotty, got the BKB ready. Man, I think an Aghanim Scepter on Terrorblade could be a nice pairing with the Mars, but you know, we were worried about that Blink Dragon Tail into the Ice Blast from the Starbacks, and we see it pulled off beautifully there. Not the highest degree of difficulty combination to pull off, but man, when it works, it works. All reliable.
And sometimes it doesn't have to be flashy. It doesn't have to be complicated. I mean, if it's simple and it works, why go for something else? And Oscar right now, I mean, he has a very quiet Dragon Knight game. It feels like he's a support Dragon Knight, but he's gonna jump in again.
To lead his team on the charge here. Pugna quite low already. Gonna get saved by the Sunder from his Terrorblade, but it's only gonna delay the inevitable, and now the Ice Blast does not land. Metamorphosis is still up for quite a bit, and we see the BKB used after the arena. Moo patiently waiting, has the bulwark up, looking to mitigate any damage from this leaner.
Kits wants to jump in. Kits is jumping in.
In with the BKB. Has not used the BKB. Will use it to dodge the damage from the Laguna Blade. Now Kits leading the charge as Moo blinks in, but no, it's all curtains for Mars. You gotta use your BKB, and the Eclipse is cleaning up now. Terrorblade cleaning up himself. Lena, soon to fall, uses the Manta to get rid of the debuffs, and now the Sunder gonna buy him a little more time, but Demon, the infallible, the incorrigible, looking to do the impossible. Blinks out to safety, gets the Lotus, gets a little bit of
Lotus.
mana, cracks his
Nice
knuckles.
blast.
He wants to go back in. He wants to go back in. He's thinking about it.
Can kill Milky here. Okay, no, it's too terrible. It's healing fast. But again, what a team fight. Both teams losing 4 players.
Milky's under vision here. Oh, it's not going to be enough.
Too
though.
late.
Ice
It's too
Blast
late. It's too
already
late.
going. Yeah. Damn.
This Aberration is building an Octarine core, by the way. He's level 20. He's the second highest level on his team, Demon. Overtaking Dark Mago in the XP department.
Oh my god. Yeah. Positioning from Demon in these last 2 fights has been amazing. You know, he did have to buy back in the second to last fight. So maybe we won't give him the best positioning award just yet. Now, let's see.
I gotta say this. Moo jumped in onto the Luna and had a BKB that he did not use. That's why he died to the Eclipse. And now
Yeah.
Demon gets caught.
Alright, Grin know that Demon is the target to kill, but the swap will delay his death. Prada maybe making a bit of a sacrifice here. Will fall eventually in the lasso coming out on a Dragon Knight. Oscar dragged to the high ground, not of his own volition by any means, but oh my god, 9 ripped into by Dark Mago, and the Sunder gonna bring a little bit more HP to this Terrorblade, and now Kits is in, uses the BKB, but he's not healthy. Now he is, as the Luna, the last hero standing. Park, Mr. Park, are you there? Can you do it? The glaives cutting through the trees. The BKB soon to expire, but not soon enough. Oh my god, the spear from Move gets positioned back, and, you know, Hurdens.
Pitch perfect kiting. Pitch perfect kiting from GRIN Esports. Both the Terrorblade, the Mars, and the Leshrac spreading across. Luna trying to get something, especially as the Eclipse was running lower and lower. In the end, it will be a 3 for 5. And let's see, the Rax, can they hold up for 30 seconds for the Lina to come back?
Now, Laxon, I think everyone's interested in the hold, but you know what I'm interested in? I'm interested in Moo's itemization choice.
Swap.
Damn it. I did
Hello?
not want to jump over there, and the swap coming out onto Leshrac. Kit's healing up a little bit with the Bloodstone, though maybe not as much as he would like. Demon down for 30, no Ice Blast available. The Blink Lasso onto the Vengeful Spirit, and he says, swap this, as Venge will fall to Milky. First lane of barracks claimed by GRIN Esports, looking to continue the aggression here. The Blink stun from Oscar, and the Dragon Tail gonna land into the Gleipnir. Oh, a BKB not available yet. A nice Sunder getting a bit of an HP infusion, says, hey, where's my blood bag at?
A bit. He went back to full HP. A bit of a full HP from 600 to 3k.
What is 2.6k HP in the scheme of things, right?
Oh, well. This Terrorblade has also hit level 30, and he just used Sunder. He's got it again. 10-second cooldown. What is this hero? We usually see the Metamorphosis duration being chose at level 25, but not for Milky. Milky knows he's been using that Sunder to perfection for the last 34 minutes.
Yeah, Sunder has saved him. It's saved his allies, you know, and he's looking to keep that train a-rolling. Itemization coming out on Milky. We've got the butterfly finish, looking to mitigate this late game Luna. She's not really in a position to have Monkey King bar, and no Bloodthorn available either to the side of a Starbacks on the Radiant. Oh, Demon, you're smoked up, but you still just have your Eye of the Vizier. Maybe no good tier 3 item. Alright. GRIN Esports looking to claim second Aegis.
This might
Creep
be the end of
Wave.
the game.
Yeah, Creep Wave is quite close.
They're getting smoked. Ice Blast is going to connect this time around. It's going to spot the opponents, and it's only going to connect to Milky, and we'll see the Roshan down to 80%, but now they're going to jump in, and the Bat Rider is going to stun.
Yes, that Rider stunned up, gets glimmered immediately. Now, Oscar, you have overextended, my friend, and also Lina overextending, but a nice swap from Prada, gonna pay with their life. Lina, can you get the TP off? And Moo gets another spear from downtown! And 4 dead on the side of a Starbacks. Your Luna gets out unscathed, but damn it, Gem, you've lost all of your friends. Dude, Moo is playing out of his mind.
Beautiful spear. Sixth sense coming in from Moo, but I gotta say this. Oscar jumped in and he died to magic damage. BKB wasn't popped. The second time we see, well, one of the offlaners doing this. Quite big mistake. And they might just pay with the rest of their base.
And buyback used on
Hello.
Vince, swaps into the fountain, but the arena coming out to block any damage. And now Dragon Knight's up, no spear back to the back wall of the arena. Moo will pay with this aggression.
It's happening.
Oh my god, we are seeing it, my friend. Waxing. The power of the throw, too tantalizing to resist the siren call. She comes for us all. Kits. Little danger here, but ultimately...
There's also a wasted eclipse. Wasted eclipse from Gym Park. Didn't get any kill on the back of that. It was used to try to get the Pugna, but Pugna just glimmered themselves away.
Yeah, and I love this recognition from Milky. He says, okay, my team, they're going full monkey mode. I am going to split and I'm going to kill this other tier 3 away from the throws, away from the danger. And they get a ranged barracks. Even with all the Starbacks heroes up, these illusions are so powerful. Melee barracks, are you going to fall too? You might.
Yeah, it's the catapults were so strong.
Yeah. Oh, Lena, not enough. Not enough to stop the push from GRIN. One set of barracks remains. It is exposed. But GRIN, you're without your Mars for 18. I mean, I
Look
would
how
love...
strong the Butterfly has been, Malibu. Dark Mogul can't even kill the illusions because of so many misses. Milky sensing that the Lina doesn't have the facilities to buy the MKB, spotted that the Luna doesn't even want to go for it. So, yeah, this Butterfly that's been purchased like just in the last 3.5 minutes has been doing such a good work for the side of GRIN Esports and Milky's Terrorblade.
Yeah, I was a little worried about it and just... maybe if it wasn't going to be enough, but damn. Doing a lot of work here. As the Ice Blast will scout out the Roshan attempt from Milky. Though I do not think it will be enough to dissuade them from taking it. Aegis and Cheese available here for GRIN Esports in about 5 seconds after Roshan will fall. And, you know, rejoined by their Mars from the grave. I think GRIN Esports are content and looking forward to pushing this final lane of barracks. Now, Waxen, my question for you, I don't know if I got the chance to bring it up earlier. Song and Yasha on Mars. New tech?
I reckon Moo purchased it when he was trying to dive the opponent's fountain, and it just was a quick buy.
No, he's had it. He's had it for a little longer.
Has he?
Yeah.
Oh, then I guess at this point, when you're up for such net worth, it's fine. I'm not the biggest fan. I think it helps you be obviously more mobile when you activate the bulwark, which is something we see Moo do quite a lot.
Yeah. Good observation. The status resistance as well. There's a ton of stuns available, and we see the Aghanim Scepter. This is the item I wanted to see on Terrorblade. It's enough to cover his tracks, paired with the Split Earth and the Nether Ward from Pugna. This is mega creeps, and we see a smoke immediately used by GRIN. Can they get the wrap-around whoop-de-doo onto a Starbacks? Moves in, and he gets a spear back onto Lena. She will pop the BKB, though. No latch for him. He pops his BKB of his own, though. Low. Hit by the Ice Blast. A little bit of space.
Oscar's got his Manta.
Yeah, the Manta coming out. No Aghanim Scepter, though. So no 4th level Dragon. Now the swap back onto Milky. This is it. This is what they're hoping for. The Yules lifting Milky up to the high heavens. We'll have enough time to get the Sunder off, and now the Eclipse coming in for round 2 of the BKB used on Gym Park, and Kids getting kind of low, has to back up a little bit. Now the cores are split, and one is dead. Starbacks on the offensive here, defending their Ancient, and the tier 4 Moo waiting on the sidelines. BKB TP used on Milky. Terrorblade will escape. Mega's starting to barrel down the lanes. GRIN Esports.
That was a great defense. Not even a single buyback was forced because nobody died for Starbacks. Yeah, you've got Mega, but you've got a Lina, you've got a Luna. These are heroes that you can defend with. You've got a farmed Ancient Apparition. Look at Demon throwing the Ice Blast, trying to find Mars, but Moo is not even going to heal. He's just farming in the triangle.
And Dark Mongo farming this bottom lane, trying to keep the waves pushed out a little bit. Gets pinged by GRIN. Though I do not think they're in any position to make this move. Batrider dead for 20. Double Flame Brave. So strong.
That's
inside of
4K gold able to spend Dark Mago and will actually go for the MKB. So they managed to defend without it. Now there's going to be no ages for GRIN Esports for at least another 7 more minutes, and this Lina will have an MKB for the next team fight. I mean, they can hold on to this game for quite a while longer. Luna's also somehow hit her level 27 after that team fight. Went for the Lunar Blessing damage, which is obviously the correct choice when you're lining a lineup such as theirs. Yeah, a lot of things are starting to come along finally for Estar backs. Like I said, the Dragon Knight had his Manta style finally before that team fight, which is one of the must-have items in the current meta for the DK. So, is it going to be too late? Well, we'll have to wait and see, but they do have buybacks on 3 of their heroes.
Waxen, before this starts, look at Luna's inventory, please.
Poggers.
Yeah. Oh, it's all coming together. This damage from the Luna Divine Rapier and the Ancient Guardian. Soon to finish a Satanic too, so she's got another Dispel with the BKB, the eventual Satanic, and the Manta. Luna
They have a
might
Fortify
be
as well.
Yeah, she might be in a position to do it here. This hero, dude, hitting for almost 900 a click. Once these glaives start going, there's no stopping them. The smoke used from the Starbacks, looking to make a jump before they get hit, before they start getting damage to their tier 4 towers. Oh, you are dancing with the devil, Milky. Will you come out alive? GRIN Esports get a nice observer ward on the high ground here. Probably going to get countered eventually.
Oscar?
Link, Dragon Tail on to Sneaky. Pugna low, gets the Force Staff out. And now
Kids
the fight...
too.
Fight is split up. Where's Kids? Where's Kids? Where's Kids? And he's on to the Ancient Apparition. Demon has fallen. Kids looking to reset the fight. Get away from these scary, scary cores. And we got some action here. Jim Park gonna eliminate Batrider. And Dragon Knight dying on the backside of the fight. So that will be the gym down. GRIN Esports looking to pick that gym up. And now Milky.
1300 Lucent Beam coming in from Jim Park, by the way, to kill the Batrider.
God. Milky has the BKB, the buyback onto Demon, gonna get the Ice Blast, and it will land. Using the Trickster's Cloak to get out of danger, and Jim Park. Ooh. 2 glaives fired on the Lucent Beam. He doesn't even have a Conda, man. Oh my god.
Controversial opinion, Malibu. I believe for moments like this, Repair Kit was a good item.
You know, Repair Kit, Treant Protector, level 25, the Lich. What else do you need? You just go Minecraft on your base and win the game.
It's the game's defense of the Ancients, not killing of the Ancients, right? So give us tools to defend our Ancients. Come on.
Exactly. I am all about changing the game
Defending.
of Dota, yeah. I mean, I think the more avenues you have for exploration with itemization, strategy, the deeper the game goes. Some would argue cheese, which I respond, yeah, but we like cheese.
Wait, did someone say block of cheese? No, it's not. We're not getting block of cheese, sorry. But the Luna has managed to get her buyback. Not only she's got the whole items that we just mentioned 2 minutes ago, including the rapier, she has full buyback. And Lina is not too far off, 600 gold away from hers.
Buyback going to be crucial in this last base defense here. GRIN using that recently stolen gem of True Sight to their advantage, trying to wipe out the Starback's vision around the map. They know, you know, we got 1 tier 4 from that last push. We lost a couple of heroes, but they're back with us now. And let's see, Lina no buyback, Lou no buyback, DK also no buyback now. So Terrorblade no buyback. I don't know if this is the push you want to make. I think you are so content to just keep blasting. Yeah, there we go.
They just wanted the tier 4, and now Moo's gotta jump in with the
What
shield.
in the hell, you madman? Uses the BKB immediately, holding the arena, knowing that Dark Mago can just waltz out of the danger it presents. Now Oscar has the Aghanim Scepter and the Havoc Hammer, so once he gets on top of somebody, you are not going to be able to escape. This is a built-in vacuum. Blink, Dragon Tail onto the Pugna, and the swap coming out on the Batrider. The Jim is back on the deck, and Moo finally finds Dark Mago, and he doesn't have a BKB this time. Buyback on Alina is available. Dragon Tail on the back line. Sneaky trying to keep this Dragon Knight entertained without having to spend his life. And Moo on the high ground, isolated from the team. Another swap going to be available in 10 seconds. And the uses the Yules, but That's not gonna stop that from landing on you, and the Luna comes in to clean up. Now Kit's trying to buy time for the Ancient to be hit by his creeps, and it's a bloodbath in the Radiant base, my friends. Buybacks coming out. Lena used hers, Prada used hers. Oh my god. The action's non-stop here.
I love what the Jim Park did there, although it seemed like he was kind of letting his teammates die, but played that perfectly, waited for the BKBs to run out, was just throwing loosened beams, candid up with the rapier, didn't chip damage time by time, and then when the BKBs were on cooldown, just piked himself in with the Eclipse, melting the 4,000 HP Mars in a matter of half a second, and still has his buyback. Yeah, the Lina had to force theirs, but they're still holding on, and the Fortify, probably one of the most crucial elements of this game at the moment in time, still available for the Radiant side.
Yeah, the importance of this fortification cannot be understated. It will buy you 7 seconds of freedom at this stage of the game. Getting the split shot, well, you're not really going to get any split shot from the Ancient, seeing as how it's not a tower anymore. And Lena having to get forced back to her base. This could be a window for GRIN, but this Luna and Venge are hand holding, and a Blink Dagger on the Venge as well to just give her some extra range to cover.
I think this Lina really needs her level 25. And she's less than halfway there, but I think it would really be impactful. Either Laguna Blades cooldown, because the team fights last for a lifetime, or the crit on targets affected by Dragon Slave. We don't see it that often, but I think it's going to be a really, really cool thing to see.
Yeah, especially when if you get supercharged by your Laguna Blade and have 10 fiery soul stacks. Oh, the crits.
You're turning into a machine gun, essentially. But now, Roshan will be awaited up top. It's going to be a very long respawn timer, another 40 seconds. The Ice Blast will also try to scout someone. We'll see that nobody's in the pit. And let's see if Nine's going to be patient enough to wait for the Roshan for another half a minute.
I certainly hope he and the rest of GRIN Esports are able to exercise that patience. Not really a ton else to do other than keep a Starbacks pinned into their base, but you know, Dragon Knight able to kind of push out bottom lane with the form, and
he's got the Axonims. That's why it's important. He had it before that last team fight. I mean, he had the Manta 2 team fights ago, now the Agonims, and this is when the Dragon Knight becomes a hero.
Yeah, Leshrac able to deal with those illusions decently, but I mean, if Oscar is able to choose the angle that he enters this fight in, might not be a concern for him.
But what are your thoughts on Demon Zeal? The Terrorblade shard.
Yeah, the shard. I don't know if it's worth buying. In a base race, it could be kind of nice if you don't have your ult. And I mean, we might see that come into play here. Just being able to. Does Mars have a refresher? No. If BKBs are down and Mars could refresher Arena and keep the Starbacks pinned in their fountain while Terrorblade hits Roshan, that could be fun. Fun to say the least.
Sounds fun. The Ice Blast will spot them taking Roshan, but you can't contest if you're Estar backs. I don't think you can leave your base. With that being said, Dragon Knight's farming in the jungle, and so is Jim Park. So, what do I know? The core seem to be more than confident to just leave their base.
TPing back now after the lane pressure starts to arrive, and Luna saving up for a second rapier. This Conda, oh my god. Conda around your Ancient with Ancient Guardian is unreal. And she's buffed up by the telescope of the Vengeful Spirit as well, so the range on that Lucid.
They're smoking. They're smoking up.
Yeah, they know they want to take a fight outside of their base when GRIN have the Aegis. Also a refresher available on Terrorblade. It's going to be double BKB, double Sunder, double Terror Wave. The Terror Wave fear duration being 2 seconds. Terrorblade can rip apart your Ancient in 4 seconds. And I mean, they do have fortification available, so it's not the greatest threat. But if you just get bottlenecked in the mouth of your fountain here, like right here, against Mars, against Terrorblade, and against Lesh with the split Earth repeating, it is going to be it's a tough picture to navigate for Starbacks.
Amplified damage, bottom side, river. We gotta probably wait a bottle to fly in, actually, or Kit himself to come in with his bottle, pass it to Terrorblade, and get ready for what I assume will be an attempt at yet another siege of the Radiant base.
Yeah, Terrorblade
doesn't have the
not
slots.
have a slot though.
Slots, it's just crazy.
Oh, and those are some expensive items. Not one that you want to put on the ground, you know. Let's see.
What do you get rid of when, like?
All right,
yeah,
so
what's
it's
new?
gonna be this. Terrorblade's gonna go in. He's gonna
that's
die.
satanic.
He puts BKB in. Swaps out his boots, maybe his manta for. Dude, he's gonna blink in, switch BKB in for Swift Blink. Once he dies, put Satanic in, and then maybe put your boots for your refresher.
He's got his net worth currently is insane. 48,000 net worth for the Terrorblade.
He's gonna break 50 by the end of the game.
He's averaging around 1,000 gold per minute.
Unreal farming speed from Milky here, and
He's also 12, 2, and 19, something that I don't think we've noticed. And the Kits is at 23, 5, and 18. Both of these scores have been completely murdering the side of Estar backs, who only have Jim Park in double-digit kills.
while evading death themselves. 5 deaths at this point in the game on the Leshrac. It's quite impressive. 2 on the Terrorblade as well. Farming pattern has been delivering him a lot of success and a lot of safety here. Now let's see. Okay, Moo has Wind Waker finished up with the Aesthetics cap. This inventory of Moo is crazy. I've never, like, yeah, the Octarine, Blink, BKB, even a Wind Waker kind of normal.
Wouldn't have a Halberd been better here versus the Lina, who has only a 6-second BKB?
At this point in the game, yeah, and now that she has a Latent Sphere, you might want another spell to pop it.
It's popped the amplified damage, by the way. He didn't achieve anything with it. The amplified damage will run out in just 1 second. And, okay. 4 smoked up. Aegis, 1 minute on the clock. And, okay, it will be the Satanic and Refresher that will be in the inventory of the Terrorblade.
Alright, boots are out, butterflies out. Okay, butterflies in for Manta. This a lot of decisions being made here. Oh, I wonder if it's gonna weigh down his execution. I hope not. Okay, the blink and the terraform out. The BKB used. He refreshes, gets another terraform, and they're hitting the Ancient. Ancient down to half health, and the bench will die. Fortification used, the lasso used as well. BKB used onto 3 heroes here. Oscar getting low, but ultimately it's Leshrac that will fall. This Jim Park Luna is unstoppable, gets skewered to her own Ancient. Ancient exposed, no fortification available. Where is your Terrorblade? Leshrac using his Aghanim Scepter, making her go ethereal, and the Ancient will fall, and GRIN Esports take a 2-0 victory over a series and Group A favorites, Starbacks. If only they had done it earlier in the season. GRIN Esports, what a heroic effort here.
I gotta say, this was, they could have held that, but it was the nihilism from Kits' Leshrac, disallowing the Luna to right-click the opponent. She had no refresher to refresh the BKB, and that's kind of what was the final nail in the coffin. Otherwise, they managed to get 3 kills, including the Aegis, and I think they still had the tools necessary for it, but again, no refresher BKB. In the end, GRIN Esports will pull it over the finish line after what was a game that they dominated from the very beginning, but couldn't quite close out for over 25 minutes.
Yeah. Over 25 minutes, it was all GRIN all day. And they claim their first series win here, folks. Laxon, you think Kit's MVP?
I mean, Milky also kind of impressed me towards the later portions of those maps, but yeah, Kit's early mid-game was stellar on the Leshrac, and like I said, the nihilism at the end to finally get the last sliver of HP off of the opponent's Ancient. I think it's gonna be Kit's.
Dude, look at the building damage. 5K on Lesh, 18K on Terrorblade, 10K on Sneaky. Oh, when you have so many options for control and damage, I think that's when this GRIN Esports team truly shines. And in their future endeavors, their future tournaments, qualifiers, what have you, I hope they take today's victory as a springboard to their future success. And
Yeah, so do I.
Yeah.
They have like so many good names in their team that I really hope this is a team that will succeed. Come the later portions of this